Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, cats, dogs, Superfan Mark. We got the second appearance of Mark on here, the number one superfan of the channel. I swear this guy has seen 90% of what I put out, which is a lot. Last night, Mark, I did 4 straight hours, baby.
I know, it was wild. It was sick. I was there too until the end.
Were you here the whole time? Were you there the whole 4
Yeah.
hours?
Yeah, I was.
I know J-Bob was. Yeah, there was a few that were the whole. I was like, dude, that's longer than Titanic. And like, you didn't just get to see Kate Winslet's tits. I should have showed everyone mine.
After a few more beers, maybe.
Yeah, shoot, I would have probably showed my dong. Anyways, Saturday night, we got the best night of the week. Football tomorrow, and we get to sleep in a little bit because we have no London game for once. They just 1 week off, then we have it week 9, of course. But yeah, those games have been trash. Got some people in here already. Some loyal guys. Caleb's in here. Alex is in here. Sports Memes channel, by the way. Shout out him. That is Matt's new channel. All these awesome memes. I'm gonna be playing those. Go over to his channel. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't already from the Discord. Awesome channel. We have Jason in here. What's going on, Jason? Of course. Got to shout out my boy Blake Brick Flair, media manager on the channel. He is the shit. We got a lot of people in here. It's gonna be a fun night on the show. Leafy Greens, what's going on? We'll have to get to, man. We're gonna get to a mailbag here in a little bit. Keep on rolling the questions now, boys. We'll get to them eventually. You know how it goes. Super chat's available if you really want to help the channel out. Get it to the forefront here right away. Definitely appreciate that. Couple question marks here going in now. Drake London was just added to the injury report, which pisses me off because I had his bet. Yeah. I bet him on Wednesday. Now, if he doesn't play, whatever, it's void. I don't care. I love the bet, though, 61.5. The problem is I don't want to cash it out because I feel like if he plays, Drake London's a monster, right? He's a pretty tough dude. Like, he's going to play. And he's going to play a lot. But, like, do you think he's going to play? You think it was more precautionary? Because typically when a guy gets a full practice on Friday and is off the injury report, then pops up on Saturday, it's weird because it's a walkthrough.
That's the thing too, right? So those late questionable tags, especially after practicing for the week, it's kind of concerning. But I mean, it could just be precautionary type thing. But I mean, I still see him as like a 60% chance to play.
Yeah, and it's a hip injury. So early on, he had that shoulder injury. I'm not saying we don't know what the severity is, even like what a hip injury really is. It's kind of a weird injury, but it's way better than like a hamstring or a knee. I don't like messing with hamstring, knees, and ankles. A hip injury, I feel like he could play through. A couple other ones that are just up to question right now, which is going to affect people's lineup decisions based on if you're starting these guys or their ancillary weapons or whoever's behind them. So Breece Hall, what do you think Breece Hall plays tomorrow? That's what I hear. But why would they play him? They're going to trade him possibly. Like, you don't risk your asset, right?
I mean, it could be a sign that maybe he's not. Yeah, and plus he might not be getting traded too. So
that would be a Jets move, right? Let's just keep Breece Hall and not get a 3rd-round pick and then not sign him. And then you win more games because you have Breece Hall. I think the league knows who Breece Hall is, though, right? Like, we know who Breece Hall is. We do, but then we're smarter than most GMs, Mark. David Njoku. So David Njoku, he's still trending towards playing, but that's a Harold Fannin thing, right? Like, I don't think any of us are starting Njoku, but Fannin becomes much more appealing if there's no Njoku. Almost a must start.
Exactly.
Let's just say Njoku and Fannin plays, who would you have ranked higher?
You'd probably have to. They'd be pretty close, but I'd probably I'd give Njoku the edge. But they're pretty close, probably like 2-3 spots apart at the maximum.
Yeah. One last one that we're not really going to know. This is for Monday Night Football, but a lot of people have been high on Brashard Smith. And Isaiah Pacheco has been a hard start. But Kareem Hunt, it looks truly questionable for Monday Night Football. So
I saw he was expected to play as well. Yeah.
If he doesn't play, though, Isaiah Pacheco becomes like a top, 14 running back? And then Brashard Smith becomes flexible. So I think we all can hope. It would be nice to see Pacheco have a one game as a lead down, a full-time role. It would be awesome. We want that.
Yeah, he is last report expected to play Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, there's a lot of expected to play. And what's funny is Drake London's not a part of that expected to play group, which is just madness. It pisses me off. I have Drake London and Nico Collins. AJ Brown's ruled out. We'll get to that later. Nico Collins out. Christian Kirk out. Give me your breakdown here of how you're ranking these Texans receivers. We have Jalen Noel, we have Higgins, and then I guess if you want to say Xavier Hutchinson, And obviously Dalton Schultz is pretty much a must start this week. It's top 12 option.
Yeah, Schultz would be a must start. And then I'd probably rank it as much as I would love to rank Higgins higher. I'd probably put Noel, Higgins, and then Hutchinson in that order. I'm really curious to see what Higgins is going to do because he was like pretty hyped up and like he's a pretty good prospect. So I mean, this is his best case scenario for him to kind of ball out. So that's one guy I'm really keeping my eye on this weekend to see what he's made of and what that
Yeah,
team does with him.
the issue with Higgins is he's a very similar player to Nico Collins in terms of body type, speed, same position, X receiver. So he's kind of just been blocked out by Nico. Where Jalen Noel's the guy to pay attention to because okay, let's say Higgins breaks out, like it's going to be hard for him and Nico to coincide together. But Noel could be the dude that could just carve out that little role because Christian Kirk, I mean, he doesn't look great this year. He's old. He's been hurt twice now. Like if Noel comes out, why wouldn't they just play the kid instead of playing a dusty Christian Kirk? So I hope so. Calvin Ridley's out. So I know this is a rough one because we're talking about the Texans. We also have Bye McGadden and 6 teams on bye, and then AJ Brown, all these other guys ruled out. So we got to go deep on some of these wide receivers. Alec Eilmanor, and then you have Van Jefferson, and then you have Chimere DK, who is actually kind of filling. And they released Tyler Lockett. Which is good
he's
news
officially off the team.
For all of the because he was only getting 30 or 40% of the snaps, but that's 30 or 40%. That's 25, 30 snaps that weren't available to DK or Eilmanor. How would you rank this one? Because I know a lot of people like Van Jefferson as the veteran there. Would you play in full PPR? Would you like DK or would you like Eilmanor?
I'd choose Eilmanor over DK. But I see DK as that guy that gets it because, like, I mean, they put their best defenders or their better defenders on Eilmanor type thing.
Yeah.
But I'd have to rank Eilmanor over DK, but DK did get a touchdown last week, I believe. He saw a few targets. He caught them all. So it's going to be something to watch, but I'd still have to rank Eilmanor over DK. But, I mean, if you want to go for a home run type thing, slide DK in there. Van Jefferson should be the safer play over DK, but it's hard to tell with that offense.
That is Mark J. Bob. What's going on, J. Bob? We got Mark in here. J. Bob's gonna be on the show next week sometime. Can't wait to have him on here. Here's the thing about DK. So the Ironman has been playing the most snaps of all these guys, and he just in terms of yards per route run, it's been rough. Where DK's even last week was only like 50% of the snaps and routes, but he's been pretty efficient. So I'm just curious to see how that's breaking down. I like Eilmanor, but honestly, DK looks like that big-bodied slot receiver that is much needed in that offense. So AJ Brown's out. That's just there's not a lot of repercussions. Devonta Smith is almost a must start this week for sure.
Yeah.
The entire Jets team is out. You have Garrett Wilson out. You have Josh Reynolds out. Like the receiving core, and you have Mason Taylor in questionable. He's probably going to play.
He's expected to play too as well.
It's rough, dude. So that's why I got that Fields when that Fields line came out.
Sauce Gardner's out too.
Yeah, dude, their team is decimated, bro. Decimated. One last one to talk to you about here. Cole Kmet's out. So let's say I know it's pretty deep for tight ends with Gatson coming on and Schultz being a must start, Fan and guys like that. But Colston Loveland is going to get the opportunity this week against the Ravens team. Now Ravens are getting a lot of their linebackers back. Roquan's back. A lot of guys back. Do you think Loveland is it stupid to start him?
In a 14-man league, I would. Like if in a 12-man, you've got to be able to find probably somebody better too on your wires, like find some scraps. But he'd be a decent play, especially like depleted Ravens defense and Lamar not playing too. So I mean, kind of give the edge there to the Bears.
I'll ask you this. Let's say Njoku plays, and you have Njoku and Fan in options, right? Let's say you have one or both of those.
One of the two.
And then you have Colston Loveland. Yeah, one of the two.
Loveland.
And would you play Loveland or Njoku or Loveland or Fannin if both Browns tight ends are playing? Is that tough for you? Or
that's a good one because
Loveland is the guy, right?
Yeah, I would pick either of the Browns guys, but I mean, in the situation, just based on situation alone, where Loveland is the only guy out there as a tight end spot. I mean, you'd probably have to lean Loveland, but I would probably, I know you'd probably have to just for volume's sake.
Yeah, and all the snaps. We're gonna get to all the questions here in a second, guys. Keep on putting them in here. Be a little patient with me. Jason with a super chat. Thank you, buddy. He says, got to have J Bob and myself on that episode. Rob, they can have a Bucks v Eagles argument. that'll probably last for 2 hours. That will be a 5-hour stream because 50% of it will just be them two yelling about their respective teams and me being like, "What about the Bears?" No, I'll just be like, "Yo, take my bets." We'll see. I mean, I'm bummed about the Lamar Jackson thing. We didn't touch on that. I cashed out most of my money on the Ravens, 25-1
Super Bowl ones.
It was only I only took like a $17 hit. But dude, like, I don't know. They could lose this game. The problem is if they lose this game, they're fucked. And we don't is Lamar even going to play next week? We don't even know. Like, the fact he's not suiting up for this must-win game after a bye is rather concerning to me. What do you think? Who do you think winning this game? You think the Ravens can still pull it out?
Honestly, without Lamar, it's going to be absolutely tough, man. I mean, like, especially with the Bears. Like, if the Bears could come out and get that run game going, then it's going to be a big problem because, like, we know what Caleb could do, what he's capable of, but if they could get that run game unlocked, like right out the gate, like I find it hard for Cooper Rush to want to or even try to be able to keep them in this game here.
No, it's going to be Tyler Huntley. They already said Tyler Huntley.
Oh shit! Okay,
so I mean that might be better. I mean, it can't be as bad as Cooper Rush, right?
Poor man's Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I mean it could work.
Yeah. Prod says, should I be worried about London not playing? What would you put his odds, Mark, of playing Drake London?
I put it at 60. Yeah, 60%ish. Yeah, 50-60. But like you said, a hip injury is better. Yeah, it's better than any lower body injury. So something to play through.
Hetzer, starting Mooney's not a bad option with London possibly missing or London being a little limited and Kirk Cousins. Mooney was great with Kirk Cousins. He just the last 3 games with Penix last year and then obviously to start the year, some other stuff going on with Mooney with his injuries, but he has not quite connected with Penix and he was connecting with Kirk Cousins. Yeah. So that's the thing. I'm not too worried about that. It's not a great start, but
if you're desperate.
Oh, I forgot. He said, "Is that the GOAT, Mark?" He's calling you the GOAT, Mark. I thought I was the GOAT. I'm a sheep now. I'm a bear. Yeah, I'm a bear in the gay community. Zaza Pachulia says, I got Harvey Henderson and Brian Robinson Jr. Drop 1. Whew. I think it's got to be Henderson. It can't be Brian Robinson. Like that's the league winner.
Yeah.
League winners.
Man. I have 2 out of those 3. I have Harvey and B Rob. And
what would you do?
I would probably have to drop Henderson and then shed a tear about it afterwards because it's like.
It's a goddamn shame.
Those are tough. You know, if you're at that point in the season where you need to make a roster spot or you got to make these type of decisions, you got to look at the higher upside type guys. B-Rob's at the top of that list. And I swear, like, if anybody's going to get injured first between Ramondre and Dobbins, it's going to be Dobbins.
Yeah. I got a meme to play. Shout out to Matt from Sports Memes channel. Here you go.
So, Trev, we picked you in the 2nd round. You know what that means?
I finally get to run the ball?
Nope. Means we're barely going to use you. You'll underperform, underdeliver. Meanwhile, we'll still win the division the Patriots way. Any undrafted players here want this job? Anybody? Anyone?
Guess I'll start practicing my...
So good. I traded Henderson for Travis Kelce and didn't regret it one bit. That must have been pretty early in the year, and that looks good, Hetzer. J-Bob, starting Fields over Dimes because I'm ballsy MF. You know what? It depends on if it's 4 for a passing touchdown, I'm telling you, that's why I did the Fields bat. That is already up to 44 yards, by the way. It was not up on any side besides 35 and a half. And then literally I look an hour later, it's at 42, and now it's gone down to 41. But I think he could have 140. I know I'm a Fields homer, but he has got no one to throw to. He can't throw anyway. But here's a silver lining, baby. I called you baby. Is that okay? Baby.
Yeah.
Is the Bengals have the worst pass rush in the world. Okay, the effort level's bad. They don't fight off blocks. They don't fight through the play. They kind of give up on plays and they don't blitz a lot. So Fields is going to have time, and he's going to have time to drop back, and he's going to see, it was Arian Smith and Alan Lazard and all these. They're not going to be open, and he's just going to fucking run. And this, he knows, like, also that the owner said he can't throw, so he's going to say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drop 150 burger on you. I love it, dude. 130 yards for Fields is 44-1.
Jeez.
I like that. A lot. Max, if London doesn't play, do I start Tet or Waddle full PPR? Tet has the Bills. Man.
And Miami's got Atlanta?
Yeah, not a great matchup. I feel very comfortable with Waddle getting 10 targets in this game, though. You know what I mean? Now, what does that mean? It could be 4 for 40. I think I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Waddle. I think I'm gonna go Waddle because Andy Dalton, like we haven't seen that connection yet. I think
I think the
there is a
Bills are
slight
coming
chance
out.
that Miami, yeah, and just killing him, right?
They're coming out with a vengeance. Yeah, like 2 L's. Like they had to go back to the drawing board. I think the Bills are coming out hot out the gate this week.
Choose 2 in full PPR: Scatterbo, Chase Brown, Kamara, or Kittle. We're gonna go Scatterbo and Kamara, I think, right? I love
hmm
Kittle, but like, give me the running backs that are getting all the work.
hmm I, I was thinking Scat and Chase. Chase over
Yeah.
Kamara.
Well, without Kendra Miller though, man, Kamara
I
still
mean, yeah.
Alvin
You
Kamara,
could
you
look at it
know.
like that, but it's a tight division game. Like, do they
I
really
think I
use
would play
it?
Chase Brown
Kamara
in half PPR. I think I like the full. I know Kamara hasn't been catching a lot of passes, but like it is still Alvin
hmm
Kamara. I think is my thing. And like if you don't start Alvin Kamara this week, then you might as well just like trade him for nothing because not a bad matchup
hmm
this week. I think that he's going to have 4 or 5 catches. Rav says, "What's your top 5 defenses this week?" Well, we're definitely going to say Atlanta probably has my favorite play of the week. Atlanta
hmm
against that dying team in Miami. Bengals aren't good enough defense. They have a good matchup. Let's see here. Bills, love the
The
Bills
Colts.
defense.
Colts
Love the
against
Colts
the Titans.
defense. Love the Bucks defense.
hmm
And then,
The Bucks, yeah.
sneakily, I think I like the Packers defense this week against old man Aaron Rodgers. They're going to get to him, and he might
hmm
throw some picks here.
hmm
So let's see. Nate says this week's got my team in shambles. Does this mean big week for Henry? I'm starting him this week. I like it for Tyler Huntley better for Henry because the mobility. They can run essentially the same running plays they would with Lamar. Cooper Rush has changed the outlook of that offense and just the formations and everything. It just didn't work for him.
hmm
So where would you rank Derrick Henry this week? Like top 12 against that Bears defense?
Yeah, closer to the 12 side, I would think.
Jason, Central Time hurts on the weekends. Got to open. Yeah, sorry, it's such a late stream tonight. I got a new dog, so I had a 2-hour little. It was like Step Brothers when they first meet. Not when they first meet, but like at first it was like that, and then there was a 2-hour stretch of when they became friends, and then it's just like craziness all around the house. Doing karate in the garage. J Bob, Birds own the Bucks. Well, in the playoffs, J Bob, you did lose to the Bucks in the playoffs. That is fact. Who would you like this week, this year in that matchup? The team's currently just constructed healthy. Bucks or
Fully
Eagles?
healthy?
Yeah.
Fully healthy. I'd still have to go the Eagles.
J Bob's gonna be happy about that. He's rubbing his nips now, man.
I would have to go the Eagles.
With Philly saying they won't trade AJ Brown, what do you see rest of the season for the Diva? What do you see, man?
Now. Same thing we're seeing now. Like a
Inconsistent.
couple crazy. Like he's gonna go. It's like literally boom or bust, and like he's gonna have those crazy games, and then he'll have those mediocre games. He might make a couple good plays, but like in a fantasy perspective, it's not going to be anything like you want to see on your scoreboard. But I don't see him being consistently hitting like 7 for 70 every week and like a touchdown every other. Like
you still want him ahead of Devontae Smith, right?
it's really close at this point.
I know
it's close, but yeah, for sure.
On that topic, I'm going to hit you guys with the intro because this actually ties into our boy, AJ Brown, and we'll be back in a second with all your questions answered. All right, a few things to get into here before we get to your questions. A couple shout outs to make. I got a new sponsor on the show. I'm going to get to that in a second. Shout out to the Patreon members. Mark is one of them. That's how he's on the show, besides being the #1 super fan. But shout out to the new Patreon members. We got CK Scott, Logan, Mouth, John, Braden, Wally, Chaz, Cruz. Mark. Yeah, it's small on my screen. Mark, which is right here on the show. Jason and Mike Campbell, one of my good buddies. Appreciate all of you guys. If you want to be on the show, If you want to get in the Discord, that's the biggest key, man. The smallest tier gets you in the Discord. There's 50 of us in there now. It's popping 24 hours a day with just funny stuff, good fantasy stuff, awesome bets. You want to tail my bets? We're 32-16 in NFL, and we are now 7-1 mark in NBA to start the year. Those are just my bets. I have a guru coming in here who's going to come in about 3 weeks into the season. He waits a couple weeks to make his bets. He's even better than me. So I guess we'll see if he can catch me. 7-1's a nice start. Anyways, free merchandise. You want to play fantasy leagues with us? I'll be giving away one free entry into the leagues. Each league, one free entry. You're eligible for that if you play in the leagues. Got a shout out to Trade Fan. It's in the description here. Trade Fan. It's essentially like an underdog matching your deposit with my promo code. It's ProFan as the promo code. Got my own tournament on there, $3 entry. It's pretty simple. You can do multiple entries. You pick 3 players, and it's the longest touchdown scorer. So if you get Devonta Smith that has a 57-yarder, you get 57 points. If your guy doesn't score, you get 0. You get 3 players. Highest total wins, top 10, I think, place. Pretty awesome. There's a pick 10 too. There's a bunch of good stuff on there. Highly recommend you check it out. It's super easy. Nice dashboard there. I can't thank them enough for partnering with me and helping me keep this show on the air. So without further ado, we're going to get back to more questions for you all because you know what I do. I don't think I'll be on here for 4 hours tonight, gentlemen, but I think I've said that before. I've been like, it's only a 2-hour stream. Next thing you know, it's fucking 3 in the morning. Where are we at? Lamar. Ooh, Sports says Lamar is faking his injury. Well, got a question for you, Mark. Mark, what's your best bet of the week? Do you have one?
No, not really. I don't really look into the lines and stuff of betting. But if you want to
just
talk
say
about bets,
just say any of my bets
right here. Yeah, Rob's the best.
We'll go in my bets here. Well, Alice, we'll go through my bets again here in a second. We'll see which one Mark likes the most. Rav says my wide receivers are all on IR. Hill, Neighbors, Evans, Jesus. However, I have Kittle on tight end. Who would be a fair wide receiver trade for him? For George Kittle, Tet McMillan. I feel like that's a good name. You could buy low on Waddle. I think you could get more than that, though. I think right now you could maybe even get Nico Collins, with his injury. And
you think you could get a Devontae Smith for Kittle?
Oh, 100%. 100%. You can get A.J. Brown. I think you can get A.J. Brown for him.
Yeah, that's true.
You got some panic owners that are, not getting returns on their investment. It's frustrating, and they're usually left with a bad taste in their mouths. That's bad business, but like a lot of people act on that, right? Let's see. Primal Fears, one of my favorite movies, man. Primal Fear. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I got Jonathan Taylor and Scatterbo and trying to decide whether to flex in Derrick Henry or Javonte Williams. I'm leaning Williams. Oh, man. The problem is Williams has a pretty tough matchup against Denver, bro. That's the thing. So,
but Javonte's been proven, and so that's the only thing I can see why you would lean Javonte. That's close. I probably still would lean Javonte just because of this reason. Huntley's playing, so I could see Huntley taking a few of those carries away out of the backfield, running himself. But I think
I have the answer for you. I think you'll agree with me on this one, Mark. I think it's scoring dependent. If it's standard, it's 100% Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Full PPR, it's probably Williams, and I think half PPR, I'd probably play Henry. So full PPR, I could get down with Williams, and half PPR standard, I'm gonna go with King Henry, man. I mean,
that's true.
Who else is gonna score on that team?
They're gonna have to feed him.
Yeah, and they're hungry. Their defense is healthy. Like they're at home. Those are all good things. You got in Denver, tough matchup, man. Hetzer, my wide receivers are Diggs and Mooney. I got Goddard in the flex and Kelsey in my tight end spot. That's cool. If you're thinking of benching someone, I'd probably bench Mooney. But if for some reason you have no Drake London there, I would probably play Mooney over Kelsey.
I think, and then put Goddard in the tight end spot over Kelsey.
I would probably put Mooney over Kelsey, yeah. Just because Goddard's starting because you have no AJ Brown.
Yeah, that's true.
Kelsey's in a crowded room. Like, give me Mooney as a number 1 there in that pretty cupcake matchup.
I see that. Yeah.
You just go to his channel here in the chat. I should have linked it in the description. I didn't. I was scrambling this. I didn't put a lot of stuff in the description. My bad. Did I put anything in the description? I should check that out. Anyway, I'll ask you a question here. Yeah, I saw the Fields bet a little late, and it was 43.5. I still like it at 43.5. Obviously, 35 is much better. I think it's going to cover, man. And the nice thing is that the last couple of weeks has been tough to take his overs because it was the benching potential. Like, I don't even know who their second string quarterback is right now. They're not benching. So you're going to get a full game of Justin Fields and a good game script for him. Dropbacks, I guess.
It's got to be something for him to prove too, because like you got benched for Tyrod, and then now Tyrod's hurt, and then they're gonna like, okay, Tyrod's hurt, we need you back, Justin. Like that's kind of demoralizing. So I mean, he's definitely playing with a chip on his shoulder this week.
Damn straight. I didn't put anything in the description. Well, that's a problem. Anyways, we will figure it out later. Mike A says Dimes peaked. He will start to show his true color soon. I think he's going to revert back to a little bit of the norm, but this offense is too good to mess around with what he's got, right?
I agree.
Andrew says Ted has Andy Dalton throwing to him. Last year when Andy played for 3 games, he was feeding Deontay Johnson. Yeah, they're different players, though. Deontay's a slot guy, and Ted's an outside receiver. Andy Dalton does not like throwing outside the numbers. That is my concern. Blake says Otten or Fannin. I think it's Otten either way. Even if Njoku doesn't play, I think it's Otten.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I like Otten as a strong play. The no Mike Evans thing, like I know he didn't get a lot of yards that game, but I think he got 9 targets, 7 for 9. So it's like it's gonna be Otten time, and it's Otten for sure if Njoku plays.
Right. Zaza got offered to St. Brown for Devontae and Jacobs. I want Devontae and Jacobs. So Josh Jacobs is a set and forget it RB1, and you're getting a free Devontae, or you already have. Oh, if it's a 10-man league, I think I could shoot higher, man. Honestly, fuck, it's so tough. 10-man league, probably. 12-man league, I'm not doing that. No way.
I agree.
I agree. Let's see. Drop Golden for Tez Johnson. Golden looks rough. He's banged up right now. Everyone's coming back, so it's like,
yeah, Watson's coming back.
When are you going to feel comfortable starting him? Watson's coming back. You have Jaden Reed coming back like week 12. So, yeah, I don't know. Golden is I guess just a flyer at this point, which is crazy. Like you're talking about a rookie, and he already had his bye week, so he doesn't get that going for him. So
Jordan Love doesn't throw enough to feed all of those guys too, anyways.
Right, they're a run team. They have a good D. Need a tight end: Kate Otten, Jonnu Smith, or Kyle Pitts. It's Kate Otten, unless Drake London's out, then I might play Kyle Pitts. Honestly,
I could argue that too. Yeah.
If Drake London plays, though, if Drake London plays, you're going Kate Otten, correct?
Yes, 100%.
J Bob with another birds, a lot of birds here, birds flying. Sean of the South. Slim is a silent killer on that team. No bullshit, just separation. DeMonte Smith needs more respect. He does. He gets respect. He's just inconsistent. It's not really because of him. We all love DeMonte Smith, the player. It's just the system. They don't throw enough. A.J. Brown's the one there. They love Dallas Goedert, and it's a Saquon Barkley team, or it will be eventually. Ron, do you think Monongai will get some playing time? I have to use him because Gibbs is on a bye. 100% will get some playing time. Swift is not 100%. I would still say it's a 70-30 split, though.
Yeah. Don't be surprised though if that gap closes, though. I mean, that Ben Johnson factor is a thing, and like I think he's trying to adapt that there in Chicago right now.
Ooh, here we go. Alex says, whatever bet Mark likes most, I'll double down on it because I already bet all your picks, Rob. Let's take a gander at these right now, and let's see what Mark's thoughts on these plays here. We got Justin Fields over 35.5. That has gone up to 41. James Cook over 67.5. That's gone up to 72. Drake London's pretty much right at 61.5 receiving yards. That's, with the injury thing, definitely wait in the morning. Caleb Williams, 15.5 rushing yards. Cam Ward over 4.5 rushing yards, Mark. 4.5 rushing yards for an athletic quarterback.
I've been burned, but betting those ones, those
Trust me,
4.5, 5. So the two I like the most is the James Cook and the Caleb ones. Would you say James Cook's at right now? 70 something?
74, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still see James Cook getting the ball 18 times at like what, four a pop at least. 5.
Yeah, or just busting off a 35-yarder or something like that.
Exactly.
He's been bottled up recently.
Like it's gonna be. I think it's gotta be it. As much as I want to see it too, but I think it has to be a James Cook show this week. Like over what happened the last 2 weeks, like the Bills would have to be completely fucking diabolical to not want to showcase James Cook this week in some sort of fashion.
Yeah, they're coming off a bye as well, and it's not like he was hurt before the bye, but like he might have been a little nicked up. We don't know. Like he should be fully healthy. The 2-game losing streak, like no one's talking about the Bills right now because they've looked kind of shitty. We all know us real football fans. The fans of this show know the Bills are still a top 3 team in the NFL. They have Josh Allen. Sure. Okay, need I say anything else? The offensive line's still good. And the thing is with these odds, man, that's why you got to get in the Discord, gentlemen. If you're not in the Discord, I release all these. As you know, I send that shit at 3:30 in the morning when I place them. The second I place the bet, I send the odds. You will get the actual odds if you're in the Discord. Otherwise, you have to wait for the live streams on Saturday night, as in right now, or the video, which was out at 5 o'clock today. And by that time, it's 4 days, sometimes 3 days. Those odds, sometimes they could change the other way, but usually, if you notice, mine always go the other way. And it doesn't mean you're on the right side of it, but usually it does mean you're on the proper side. And the thing is, if you do all these bets, 100 of them through the year, and they're 4 or 5 yards higher, out of 100 bets, 2 or 3 of them you're going to lose when I'm going to win, because I've had that where it's like you bet 39 or you don't bet 39, it goes to 42, you bet it and it ends up at 40. So you would have won at 39, you lose at 42. That's frustrating because you were right for your process, but so that's the key, man. You got to get these things early. And then something like Justin Fields, if he goes up to 47 for some reason, I'm gonna hedge that and throw like a little quarter unit on the under. And then you have a 12-yard buffer where you can hit both. I love doing that. And it's happened to me before. It kind of sucks when when it's such a smash bet, but that just means he could get 44 yards. You're comfortably in the middle. That's just the best thing in gambling. When you do that, you just raped Vegas is what you did, right? You did what they do to you, right? It's like you're the dealer at the blackjack table for once. You're not the one getting screwed because he has blackjack. So I love that. So your best bets there were you like the James Cook one and the Caleb Johnson
and the
Caleb
Williams,
one,
sorry. Yeah,
Caleb Johnson. Yeah, he doesn't play football anymore. So what about the Cam Ward? Give me your thoughts real quick on the Cam Ward, because I know it's crazy, man. I think that's up to 6.5 now, but 4.5 is like Jared Goff. It's literally Jared Goff's at like 1.5 or 2. Aaron Rodgers at like 2.5. Cam Ward is an athletic prospect, and we've seen him have 24 yards rushing in a game. He just refuses to run. It's insane.
That's the thing too. But I mean, them just setting that line to just at 4.5, it's just a mind fuck type of thing, right? So it's like it seems so achievable. Like when I see those low rushing quarterback yards, and especially if you're an athletic quarterback too, it's like you feel like you have to bet them, right? But I mean,
there's a reason it's set there. There's a reason.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And same with Caleb. Caleb's had minus 2 yards the last 2 weeks.
That could hit on the first 40 offensive drive.
That's what I love about those. It can literally the first play of the game not only hit, he could have a 15-yard scramble, and now I ladder all those.
Then you're set.
And Caleb or Cam Ward at 20 yards is like 3.5 to 1 plus 350. So it's like you could win your plus 350 bet literally in the first 5 minutes of the game. And unfortunately, though, you could also be sitting all game being like, "What the fuck are you doing, Cam Ward?" But it's just nice because you could literally win that on the last drive too. Garbage time. There's just so many ways. I had to bet it. It should be at 8.5 or 9.5. It should not be at 4.5. And I'm gonna go down losing if I lose, because I think the process was right. And I do believe rest of season I'm gonna start hammering these Cam Ward, because what they've been doing is not working. And young quarterbacks, what makes the game easier? Look at Jackson Dart. Put some pressure on the defense, and because if they know you're gonna throw, NFL defenses, they're smart. The schemes are right. The player, it's just different than college, right? Those windows are tougher. You start,
and they don't have threatening running backs either, too. So,
there's no explosive play threat at all on that team. So at least if you do that, you open up the pass game. And Cam Ward is not only athletic, he's big, so he can take the punishment. It's not like Jaden Daniels out there. He gets hit, he's hurt. Like Cam Ward's like 225 pounds, right? Big boy.
He's a big boy.
All right, let's see where we're at in the chat here. Bennett says, "What's going on, Bennett?" Daniel Jones or Jackson Dart, and Chuba Hubbard or Darnell Mooney. So Daniel Jones or Jackson Dart. We're going Daniel Jones in this matchup for sure. And then Chuba Hubbard or Darnell Mooney. He already has Rico playing. I don't want to play both running backs against the Bills, but the Bills have been a little bit susceptible to the ground game. It's Mooney if there's no London, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What if there's London?
And I don't like to play the two.
Where are you going?
I don't like that too, playing two of the same running backs on the same team. Me personally, I'd probably switch it up and put Mooney in there, and then really decide if I want to play between Chuba and Rico. I'd probably lean Rico, honestly. But me personally, I don't like the two running backs in that game, like the same team type thing.
Yeah, unless it's Montgomery and Gibbs. Bennett, I have
Yeah,
one thing I'll say
that's
to you.
different.
If you're a heavy favorite, like, and it's going to be hard with those running backs to be a heavy favorite, but if you're favored by 12 points, I'm more likely to play the 2 running backs because you just need some floor. You can't get like a 2. At least that
That's
way,
true.
you like to think that the 2 running backs combined will get you 20. If you're an underdog, there's no way in the world you can play both those guys because they're not both going to pop. So you're going to have to play Mooney if you're an underdog. That's kind of just a process thing there.
Yeah, no, that's actually great.
Yeah, I make some really good points. Mark.
Definitely.
Yo, baby. All off the cuff, baby. I'm just it's off the
I know. Yeah.
Sean of the South. Am I humble? Am I very humble?
Very.
Sean of the South. Who has a better week at wide receiver with all the buys? Rank in order of best week. Devonta Smith, Alec Pierce, Tez Johnson, Worthy, and Booty. Devonta Smith, number 1. I'm gonna say Tez Johnson, number 2. And I'm gonna go Worthy, Pierce, Booty.
Pierce, Booty. Yep, I like that too.
Yeah.
And Pierce and, and Worthy are pretty close for me.
Yeah. I think after Smith, it's kind of a smorgasbord. I'd say Worthy is and Tez Johnson. Those guys are a little bit a cut above. And I guess I wouldn't be surprised if Worthy finishes number 1 though. But again, he could literally get you 4 or he can get you 30 at this, because he can catch an 80-yard bomb. But like he could also go 4 catches for 18 yards. It's rough. My let's see. My wide receivers are injured on bye week, so I can't do anything else. Oh, Hetzer. What was that comments? My bad. Nick says, I have Chuba too, man. That backfield just turned into Seattle's backfield. Yeah, with a worse team. But you know what? I do really like Rico Dowdle still. I just hope that that's a 50-50 in terms of goal line carries, because I know Chuba's going to get more of the passing down work, which is where the value's at. But if Chuba's getting all the goal line work, that's going to be exactly like, that's going to be a wash. That will be a 50-50 for points.
Yeah,
I just think Rico's a better player.
Because at least like in the Seattle one, you kind of have somebody to lean towards because your Sharp is actually getting all the value touches. So, I mean, it's like you could kind of make an easier decision. But with Rico and Chuba, like if they're both splitting goal line work and getting equal like value touches, then it's harder to gauge or like pick somebody kind of thing.
There's arguments on both sides, though. I can go down the list. Like, who's a better player? Like, Rico's probably a better player, more dynamic.
Yeah, Rico's better player.
Better contract, right? Chuba has a better contract. Rico's a better pass catcher. Chuba's better at the goal line. Like, it's like we're like the Seattle thing is just something else. That is just something different. I don't know what the hell they're doing there, because Kenneth Walker seems to just be a better player, at least dynamic player. But that's Charbonnet is just a fucking machine, man. I love Charbonnet. Always have since UCLA. Cobra, I have London and AJ Brown, and the rest of my wide receivers are on bye or injured. I have Mims in for Brown, but I do need but if I do need a second wide receiver, what waiver pickup would be best? Mooney already taken. I'd say one of the Houston guys. I think that's a good option. One of the Tennessee guys. You're just looking for volume right now, man. So I think that's where I would go with it. I think I'd rank it Jalen Noel first. Trying to think who else you could pop in there. Like maybe Booty, but I don't think he's available. I wouldn't go with any of the Jets guys. If you want to go Alan Lazard, maybe. I'm not down with that one. I'm not down with that. That's it, man. Really, Tez Johnson will be gone, right?
Because I'm trying to see who's on
the Cowboys.
What about like a Darius Slayton?
He's coming back from injury, though, man. I don't want to mess with that.
He is, right?
Yeah, I don't even know if he's playing. I don't want to mess with that. So I think it's one of the Titans guys or one of the Houston guys, preferably one of the Texans. I think it's Higgins or Jalen Noel. So I'd say Higgins in half PPR, Jalen Noel in full PPR because he might get like 6 catches. Hetzer, Bucky Irving will be back week 10. I mean, who knows? We thought Lamar would be back week 8. So shit. They didn't put Bucky on IR. That's the upside thing, right? They should have put him if they were gonna miss him miss week 10. That'd be 5 weeks. Why the hell didn't they put him on IR? He had 2 different injuries. Ooh, Xavier Legette from Nick. That could be a good one. I just don't want to chase last week's stats. He's been so bad all year. And I'm not chasing 1 week, especially with Jalen Coker only playing 25% of the snaps last week in his first game back. I feel like Coker, I know they play different positions. Coker might ramp up to 50%. You got Tremble and you have Jatavian Sanders now. So they're kind of have 2 tight ends. You got the 2 running backs. That's just a lot of mouths there. And Andy Dalton. Tough matchup. I don't know. Oh, God. It's pretty bad with bye weeks this week. I have no choice but to start Henderson, even thinking about dropping him and picking up Tez. I would rather start Tez.
I would. Yeah, I would.
That's the move. That's the move,
Yeah.
man. You got to do that.
Especially if you need to win too, you got to.
I don't like this one, Chilltown.
Yeah.
I just traded Gibbs for Marks, Charbonnet, and Travis Hunter. How did I do? If it's a fucking 16-team league, I think so. If it's a 14-team league, probably not. 12-team league, absolutely not. You gave away if you have no depth at all, but like Woody Marks, it's hard to trust week to week. Charbonnet's a fine RB2, and Travis Hunter is an X factor. We don't even know what the hell he is yet.
Yeah.
So if it's an IDP league, and you can slot Travis Hunter in your defensive back slot, you probably won the trade. I'll say that. Because he's an elite defensive back. You know, he's getting 12 points a game. I'm not giving up. Yeah, I'm not giving up. He might be trolling. Who knows? Joe, Pat Midler, or George Costanza. George Costanza. Traded Diggs and Bourne for a Dunze. I'm down with that, Dak. Right? You down with that?
Yeah,
buy low
I
on
like
a Dunze?
that. I like that. Yeah.
That's a buy low on a Dunze for sure.
Because
gentlemen,
Bourne is,
go on.
Because I think Bourne is nothing once everybody's fully healthy and they got everybody back type thing, right? So you're basically trading Diggs for a Dunze type thing.
And you're looking at eventually Mac Jones won't be there. We think it'll be, Mac Jones is his best buddy. So you're looking at everyone coming back and the quarterback connection you had is not there. Gentlemen, if you're in here, if you're not subscribed to the video, we have had 0 subs since it's 42 minutes, 0 subs. What's going on? What are you 7 shows a week? Superfan Mark on here. We have 7 different guests a week. You get different perspectives. The chat is awesome.
The like button
awesome.
too, guys.
Like it, man.
Like
we're just smash it and tap it. Most underrated league winners. Well, Rico Dowdle, free Rico Dowdle, you are one of them, and you did get some free wins there, and it could still be you. It's Javonte Williams, baby. It's Javonte Williams right now. And maybe he's talking about after the fact that the drafts are over, like from this point on. I'll give you Isaiah Davis. Now, Isaiah Davis doesn't count as a league winner because, like, what is he going to be? A top 20 guy maybe, but he's free. He's free. I still like Blake Corum. I'm going to give you all the running back handcuffs, but like those dudes, that's where it's at. Jackson Tart looks like he could be one of those guys too, because I think he's just getting better, which is scary, man. And he has no receivers. Like, Slayton is coming back, like you said. What if they trade for a receiver? What if they get a Jalen Waddle? That'd be awesome. We got Junk Buster in here. Love you, Junk. Ibuka for Jacobs or Ibuka McBride for Jacobs and Gatson? Definitely not the second one. McBride. Yeah. Ibuka for Jacobs. Yeah, I want Jacobs over Ibuka, man. That's not even close to me.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I get the Ibuka love, man. Are you in on Ibuka? Are you like all in on Ibuka like everyone else? Like everyone's just assuming he's a wide receiver 1.
Not all in, but I mean, he's got talent. Like you can't deny the talent that he has and what he's been doing, right?
He's a pro. I mean, he came in as a pro day 1, like a pro.
So if they keep the offense, Bucks offense keeps their focus on him, and like Baker feeds him and like doesn't overthrow him and all that type of shit, then I mean, yeah, I could argue for Ibuka to be in that wide receiver 1.
And I'm not trying to slander Ibuka, but looking at his numbers, he has 37 catches. And it's on the backs of those touchdowns. Now, the thing is, they're epic touchdowns to win games, right? You see it on red zone, like, and they're clutch. Like, but again, you don't get extra points for being clutch. You know what I want? JSN. He's got 50 fucking catches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys, like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, the touchdowns aren't as sticky for me to where like JSN doesn't need to score touchdowns to be great. Puka doesn't. I'm talking about the elite of the elite, but like Ibuka is much closer to a wide receiver 2 than he is a wide receiver, like an elite guy. So like I have him in there. I have him as a top 12 guy. He's a top 12 guy. Like
top 12 on the lower end. Yeah,
Josh Jacobs is a top 5 running back, and it's very hard to find running backs right now. So give me Josh Jacobs all effing day. Adam Silver, you got to control your gambling problem in the NBA, baby. Come on, Adam. My team half PPR super flex league. Baker, Gibbs, White. It says Super League. I'm guessing that's Super Flex. Baker, Gibbs, White, Diggs, Higgins, McLaurin, Fannin, Mooney, Otten, Benson, Bryce Young, and Pearsall. So he's got a rough quarterback situation. Any moves he could make? Man, if you're even losing record right now, trade Trey Benson because you can get some value for him. I'm high in Trey Benson, but if you have a losing record, you can't wait 2 more weeks. I don't see. Maybe trade Rashad White if you have a winning record. Trade Rashad White to the team that needs him this week, right now, before tomorrow. Do that. That's really it, man. I don't see much else. I mean, it sucks. Ricky Pearsall. I don't know what the hell's going on with Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah.
This is a good one from Joe. Do you think Houston wins tomorrow, Mark? Houston's against the Niners. Must-win game. This is a must-win game for Houston. Are they 3-? No, they're 2-4. I think they're 2-4 because they had their bye already. They're not 3-3.
Yeah,
I'll
they're
tell you
2-4.
that much.
They're 2-4.
It's a must-win game. Must-win game. The Niners have been riding high, but they're still pretty banged up. Houston has an elite defense, man. And unfortunately, Houston's offense is banged up, but that doesn't even matter anyway. Their offense sucks. I think Houston could pull this one off. I'm not going to bet on it or anything, but I think Houston can pull this off. Their D-line is elite, and Mac Jones can look pedestrian if he's under pressure. And I think they can stop the run. I think they can stop McCaffrey. On the ground.
In the run game? In the run, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Not in the air.
You're not stopping that guy through the air. Yeah, it's doable. It's doable. It's close. It's close for me.
I mean, in terms of like money line, like take away the odds, I'm definitely taking, or like in a confidence pool, I'm definitely taking the Niners. But I feel like people are writing Houston off. That is a championship defense. And I think I like their coaching staff, at least on the defensive side of the ball. What they're doing offensively, hopefully they make some adjustments from that Monday night game because that was just a fucking abomination. Junkbuster, start 2, Metcalf, Pittman, Higgins, full PPR. Ooh, I think it's DK and Pittman.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Metcalf for sure, right? We're going DK for sure.
For sure. DK for sure, 100%. I like Pittman over Higgins too, but I think this game, unless somehow the Bengals could just like destroy on the ground somehow against the Jets, and they'll have to go to the have Flacco throw 40 times. But, I'd go Pittman.
Max says he dropped Fields for Darnold instead of T-Law. Would you rather have Darnold or T-Law rest of the season?
Darnold, for sure.
Man, it's tough for me just because Darnold, we saw the downside on Monday night. Their defense is so good. Like, he's living on this crazy efficiency, these deep balls and all the touchdowns. Like, I know T-Law's ass going to have to be throwing. Now, it's not going to be pretty, and I do trust T-Law's ground. I trust him on the ground more. So if it's 4 for a passing touchdown, give me T-Law. 6 for a passing touchdown, I think I'll take Darnold. I know this is kind of a cop-out to say scoring, but I'm telling you, over the court, it does matter.
No, but it makes a difference. Yeah, it makes a difference. For sure.
And, T-Law's not looked great, and Darnold has looked great. That's the difference. So, real life, Darnold. Fantasy is different, and I think the Jags defense,
true, too.
I know they were missing Devin Lloyd last week, but T-Law, I think T-Law is going to have to start playing some ball here, and I think he's hearing the haters, right? This is his 6th year. 6th year in the league for Trevor Lawrence. Can you believe that?
Because he started off the season looking pretty promising. So I was like, okay, his arrow was pointing up, and then those last couple of games, it's like it disappeared. So I don't know.
Alex says, I know you said ladder all quarterbacks, but would you ladder Cook too? Yeah, I'm not going to ladder him. So I'll ladder the quarterbacks. I laddered Caleb up to 60+ yards, which is like the 4th ladder. I only do 3 ladders on James Cook. I'll do 80+, 90+. Maybe I'll do 110+. So, I think that's a low enough number. When I don't do running backs is when you're talking about 90 yards, because then if their line's at 90, now we're looking at 140 as the ladder. And now that can happen. Obviously, the line's set there for a reason, but that requires massive volume and a massive run. Where right now, a James Cook line, that literally requires even 100+ for James Cook is just volume or a massive run, not both.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So, I love laddering quarterback props if it's a guy, especially, you get those games where a team's desperate, right? In terms of you have 2 drives where you're behind and the defense is just kind of giving those running back 12-yard scrambles. That shit adds up, brother. That adds up. Junkbuster, need a defense. What should I drop? Charbonnet, K9, Seahawks defense. Oh, man, it's so hard. Do I want to drop K9 or Sharbs or the Seahawks defense?
But
try to make a trade, bro. I don't know. I don't like.
But he probably needs it for this week.
Running back. I don't like dropping a running back though.
That's what I mean. Out of the 3,
I think I'm dropping Seattle's defense. If that's the options, you know what I mean? If you're talking about Isaiah Davis or Blake Corum or one of those running backs or a Darnell Mooney,
a Tyler Algier.
Yeah. No, I don't want to drop Tyler Algier either, but I'd much rather drop Algier than Charbonnet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Out of Sharbs, K9, Algier, who would you drop? If that was an option.
Algier, for sure. what I would do if I didn't have Bijan, I'd find the Bijan owner and make a 2-for-1 trade, and then he'd be like, I want Algier. Because if he doesn't have the number 1 waiver claim, he ain't getting Algier. Later, Blake, I don't know if he's still in here. We're 11 minutes behind the chat. Gentlemen, we're 11 minutes behind the chat. We will catch up. We'll talk to you tomorrow, Blake. Also, I will be doing a 10 a.m. stream, 10 a.m. Central for start sits, since there's no London game. I'm looking forward to that. JSN, hey, man, I'm subbed, but generally do not like you disrespecting JSN. Jefferson is not better, bro. Jefferson's better than JSN. I'm sorry, dude. Like, JSN's production's better. Like, and it looks rough for Jefferson, but I'm just saying what JSN's just in production, like what JSN's done this year. Let's just say this year. Last year was good. It was 100 catches. It was 1,100 yards. JSN this year, right? Alpha, amazing. That's what Justin Jefferson's done his entire career.
Exactly.
With a rotating cast of quarterbacks, with Sam Darnold is one of them, with Nick Mullins, with Kirk Cousins. Like, I don't think it's disrespect to be, if I'm JSN and someone says you're not as good as Justin Jefferson, a top 2 receiver in the NFL, right?
Yeah, easily.
Is Jamar Chase better than Justin Jefferson? Like, where CeeDee Lamb? I think Jefferson's better than CeeDee Lamb. I love CeeDee Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the list, right? It's those 3 guys.
100%.
And then now we have the second tier of guys. You know, you have your JSNs, your younger guys, like Drake London, St. Brown. Like, that's the thing. And again, St. Brown has probably more of a case over JSN because he has now done it. This is his 3rd. I think this is his 4th year. He's had 3 badass years, and now he's on his 4th year. So I don't think it's his rookie. I'm not trying to do, bro. I have a lot of JSN. My wife has 4 shares of JSN. I have 5 shares of JSN. So I have 9 out of 36 leagues. I have JSN. So I feel like that's pretty good, right? Like, that's pretty good. So I don't know. I'm not trying to I'm saying JSN's definitely earned a top 10 wide receiver status. I think he's like for sure top 10. He's getting to the top 5. If he finishes this year on this pace, he is in that top 5 wide receivers. This is his 3rd year, man. Like, like he's better than Garrett Wilson. He's better than Chris Olave. Those are his teammates.
Yeah. Better than Malik Neighbors, would you say?
Now that's tough because Malik Neighbors has the ability, right? That pop in like Odell Beckham, you know, like flashiness. But I think I want the steady guy. And not to mention you got an ACL and you got to come back from that.
Okay, so say both healthy.
That's a discussion.
Say forget the injury, Malik Neighbors or JSN, and you're starting a team.
Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors can do it all, man. And it sounds disrespectful to JSN, but like I'm not trying. I love JSN, dude. I love him.
I just wanted to see the take on it, yeah, because I like that.
There's a chance that Malik Neighbors isn't a professional, right? That his work ethic. I know JSN's that dude, right? I know he's a team guy. Like I know, like I've never heard anyone say a bad word about him. And Malik Neighbors could possibly be a knucklehead, and I don't know that for sure. Don't quote me on that. I know JSN's not a knucklehead. Hard worker. Cruz says, what are your thoughts on A-Chain? I'm excited to see him on turf. I need him to drop 25 or 30. I mean, he's their whole offense right now, Cruz.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah. All right, buddy, come on. A new dog in here freaking. Babe, you locked them in here. Can you not do that?
I tried to give them a bone so they were separate.
Thank you. Love you. Daniel Jones or Bo Nix week 8. Jones may be chilling on the bench by late 3rd quarter. Do you see? I think Bo Nix against the Cowboys defense without Diggs, already a bad defense. Give me Bo Nix. You agree?
And I think Bo Nix has more rushing upside than Daniel Jones too.
Latte says, I'm going to say you don't know ball. You said to bench Gatson, and now he's a top 5 10. When did I say to bench him? I may have said to start someone over him. And so I'm the only one in the world that missed on the Gatson take. Yeah, because it's such a wide open room there. Like, get the hell out of here with that shit, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know ball. Okay. Yeah, I make some wrong calls. I didn't get the Gatson thing. I'll own that one, bro. You know why I don't have any Gatson? Because I have Tucker Kraft. I have Trey McBride. I have Tyler Warren. I have Dalton Kincaid. Those are my tight ends in my 25 leagues. 11 Kraft, 6 McBride, 6 Warren, and 3 Kincaid. So I don't know how to evaluate tight ends at all. I didn't. Those guys
Gaskin wasn't even on the radar. He wasn't even on the radar till like 2 weeks ago.
Right. And I did say I wasn't fully convinced. I will own that quote, dude. But if you I wasn't saying Gatson was a bum. I wasn't saying like don't pick him up. Never. And I just might have said like start Dallas Goedert over him, which isn't that bad of a call. You got no AJ Brown. No. Dallas Goedert's like tight end 5 right now. So yeah, if you want to just like nitpick every like little wrong call I make, cool. I appreciate the people that come in here and really talk about my right calls, which is more than 50%. I think everyone here knows that you've been watching for 8 weeks now, and yeah, Scatabo is a league winner right now. Damn straight. Cam Scatabo is one of my peepees. 9 shares of Cam Scatabo. Love the man. Besides his numbers, I love watching him play football. I love watching him do backflips. Like the guy's a fucking bowling ball, and he's like a fucking gymnast. And he chugs beers. Like, dude, he's like my fucking spirit animal. I just can't do backflips, unfortunately. Here we go. Available: Caleb Williams, Fields, Burchard, Algier, Tracy, Hunt, Downs, Malik Washington, Leggett, Fannin. So he's saying,
what does he need?
He's saying his roster here. Starters are May, Bijan, Bill, CD, and Buka, Otten, Shakir. He's got Dente on the bench. He needs a quarterback. Well, maybe not. He's got Drake. He's got Drake May. I'd probably pick up Caleb, bro. Pick up Caleb. Like, you got Drake May with a bye coming up. The rest of his roster looks really good. Caleb's fucking awesome.
You drop Golden?
I probably drop Golden or Theo Johnson because he has got Otten.
Oh, yeah. You could drop Theo. Yeah, I didn't even see that, too.
Theo's fine. He's a touchdown or bust guy.
Yeah.
Jennings or Mooney? That's going to depend. I think I might just want Mooney in general. But Jennings looked good last week. I'll say that. Jacob just dropped Tootin. By the way, Jacob, he's on Twitch right now. One of the few Twitch watchers. I put it up there. I just don't have a big page there. Appreciate you tuning in. Just dropped Tootin to get Shakir for this week. Yeah, well, Shakir should not have been on the waivers because Shakir is a fucking wide receiver 37 right now. JSN, the best running back in the league. It's not even close. It's Bijan Robinson. It's not even close. Gibbs makes it close. So Gibbs is number 2.
Yeah, Gibbs is 2. Yeah.
Wait, is that right?
JT. Then JT.
Yeah, JT has the history. I just know Bijan can do what Gibbs does and what JT does, right? Where like JT can do what Gibbs does, and that's
it would be in that order.
So that's the answer. I think I'd maybe want JT over Gibbs just because that dude is
really.
Dude, he's catching the ball right now too, and obviously with age, going forward,
So you don't think if there was no Monty there, you don't think Gibbs could achieve the same results?
Well, we saw it last year. The last 4 games, he was doing the same thing. Yeah, I guess I just don't know. I don't know. JT's actually been hurt too. I was going to say I don't know if Gibbs could hold up. So maybe it is Gibbs too. All I know is it's Bijan Robinson number 1.
Bijan, yeah,
it's fucking Bijan number 1 because he can do it all.
Unanimous
decision. Dude, I feel like Bijan is just cracking the fucking surface too. That's the scary thing. Joe says, what to expect from Marvin Harrison and Garrett Wilson the rest of the way? Those are such up in the air things because the quarterback rooms, like Kyler Murray, we don't know about the injury. Could they hold him out longer? I like him better with Brissett. You have Garrett Wilson with, is it Tyrod? Is it Fields? They both suck. And like, is he going to be motivated to play? Are they going to shut him down? I prefer Garrett Wilson over Marvin Harrison because I know Garrett Wilson's a great player. Marvin Harrison kind of just looks like a dude. He just looks like a better version of young Quentin Johnston, right? Now, the upside is we've seen Quentin Johnston pop after that. Literally, his rookie year was like god awful. It was like 20% drop rate, right? And Marvin Harrison is a more polished receiver. He was supposed to be very polished coming out. He's more polished than Quentin Johnston was. But Garrett Wilson's a real player, and Marvin Harrison's a work in progress. Rest of the season, I want Garrett Wilson. I kind of still have high hopes for both of them, though. I'm not like panicking about them. I'm not trading them because you're going to get not fair value, if that makes sense.
No, I was going to ask that too next. Would you consider trying to trade Garrett Wilson with the value of the name value type thing? Because the quarterback situation in that offense for the rest of the season.
It's uncertain, and people don't like uncertainty. I personally do because I think there's some value could be had in that, right? But like, people don't like uncertainty, right? That's why they watch sitcoms. They want their every fucking Thursday night show, and most sitcoms kind of suck. What will be Mooney the rest of season? Mooney, I mean, it's gonna be better than it has been.
Receiver 3?
I think so. I mean, he had 1,000 yards last year, right? He's still 28 years old, so. Yeah, it's just going to be hard to trust week in and week out because it's Bijan.
I can't put him in the wide receiver 2 range at all. It'd have to be some sort of wide receiver 3 range.
Hector says Bill, Woody, or Algier this week in the flex. So Algier is definitely playable at home. We've seen that. Definitely a good matchup against the Dolphins. I would say it's JCM. Give me. I know it's a tough matchup against the Chiefs, but like,
Against the
give me
Chiefs,
JCM.
yeah.
Now they have the receivers back. They can spread the field a little bit more. It's JCM, Woody, then Algier if it's full PPR. If it's like standard or half PPR, maybe Algier over Woody, just because I feel like they could blow him out and Algier might get like 12 touches. But yeah, I would go Bill. Give me the starting running back, like for sure starting running back. Steve says Tez or Otten in the flex. Ooh, do we just go Otten here to play it safe, or do we go with the home run shot Tez?
What I was gonna say is like how we said earlier about if you're projection wise. So like if you're projected to win or you think you're gonna have a better chance of winning, I'd go Otten safe. But if you look like you're gonna lose, I'd go Tez and hope for the home run.
Yeah, I get down on that one. JSN, here's my hot take. Otten is the top 8 tight end rest of season with Evans out and Godwin being washed. And we don't even know when the hell Godwin's coming back, right?
Yeah.
We have no idea. We do know Tet McMillan's coming back, I suppose, like week 12. So it could get crowded in there, but it's not getting crowded until week 13. So you have 4 weeks. They have a week 9 bye. You have 10, 11, 12 for sure, plus this week with Cade Otten. I get down on that. I like Cade Otten, man. And what's nice is early in the year, the only reason his production was so bad, because what do we know about Cade Otten? Dude plays 94% of the snaps every game. But early in the year, you had Tristan Wirfs out. You had some of the offensive line banged up. You had multiple guards out. The ginger looking dude with the missing tooth. I forget his name. Starts with an M. Love that guy, by the way. He's been out for the year. So they were just using Cade Otten to block. Like he was essentially a 6th offensive lineman for them. That's why his numbers are so bad. Now their offensive line's actually healthy and the receivers are banged up. The script has flipped. There it is. And so now Cade Otten is like the number 2 wide receiver there. So, and I love Tez. Tez is a big play guy, but yeah, I get that. I don't think it's that hot of a take, honestly. Like top 6 would be a really hot take. I think top 8's pretty fair. Top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
Should I trade Lamar? Should I trade Lamar for Drake May now? That he's always hurts. So if you have a losing record, yes. If you're sitting here at 5-2, I'm keeping Lamar Jackson because I think they could lose this game and they're still going to be hungry, right? Like he's not out for the year. It's not like he's got a fucking ACL or like a fucking
he's got to come back. Or do you think like say they lose this game, you think they hold him down?
They lose this game. No, if they lose this game, he's coming back no matter what because they lose next week. Their season's officially over. So if they win this game, maybe they hold him out because they play Thursday night against like the Dolphins. It's super easy matchup, right? I think it's the Dolphins.
Yeah. That's true.
So what sucks for him though, it's a short week.
But I mean, I just wish they played the Dolphins close to coming back this week.
Yeah, but it's like then you got to play this game because they could lose this game even with Lamar. There ain't no way they're losing the Dolphins, and me and you could beat the Dolphins right now. Yeah, they don't count. They're not even an NFL team. So yeah, I want Lamar. I know Drake May is essentially like a top 5 quarterback right now. Lamar Jackson is the number 1 points per game the last 4 years, the number 1 fantasy quarterback. Like end of story.
But if you're in a win now situation, you're trading him.
If I'm in win now, if I'm 3-4, I'm probably trading him if I can get the deal done before tomorrow. Although Drake May's matchup isn't exactly cupcake tomorrow with the Browns. Connor says Pacheco, Montgomery, Aaron Jones, Woody. Which 2 PPR rest of season? Which 2 rest of season PPR? I'm gonna go Montgomery just because he's playable and he has the upside to be a league winner. And then, dude, maybe Pacheco.
I like what I saw from Aaron Jones this week.
Yeah, it's not about Aaron Jones right now. It's about Jordan Mason, and he looks cooked. He looks bad. He fumbled a couple times when he had the gig. He was barely cracking top 30 with Aaron Jones out. So they saw the experience there from Jordan Mason, and it's not like it was with the Niners. It's not good. Like he can't jump cut right now. If he has to make any move laterally, he gets tackled. It's rough, man. Bashard Smith is a league winner, by the way. I don't see there's any chance he's ever going to get a full workload. So he could be a startable
both
guy.
backs get injured.
Yeah, but they would bring someone in. But yeah, then they did give him some carries. I like that, and I do like Bashard Smith. I think at best you're getting what they did with Jerick McKinnon that year when Jerick McKinnon, remember he had like 7 receiving touchdowns, and he was like PPR running back 19 for that little stretch, which is good. Don't get me wrong, but like you're literally relying on touchdowns from a receiving back. Now Kansas City can pull it off better than any other franchise because they do those trick little plays on the 3-yard line, shovel passes, and all that kind of shit. But I can't get down on that with Adam Silver. My wide receivers are Nico Collins, Jamison Williams, Stephon Diggs, and Darnell Mooney. Do I really need to keep Jameson Williams? I would rather. I mean, I know you need to start Mooney this week, but you have a thin
I'd
room.
keep Jamo over Mooney,
and-
no? Would you not?
Yeah, but I think he's saying this week he's got to start Mooney, and Jameson has a bye. So, like, you got to keep, you got to have a lineup to roster.
Yeah,
36 leagues is mental, he says. I think you can drop him. I think you might have someone better to drop, right? Like, Jameson's been frustrating, but right now your receiver room isn't exactly beating the doors down. So, yeah. I'm in 25, by the way. My wife's in 11. I do manage those for her. So I guess I'm in 36. And that's not counting best balls. I have about 350 best balls. You know what? That's why I have the show. That's why I can do this live show with all these questions 7 nights a week without any notes in front of me. So, you know, that's what I do. And it's very profitable for me in terms of the fantasy leagues. Right now, the show is not there. Hopefully it will be there soon. And next year, we're going to make a lot of money together because you're going to get all these players. You're going to have Tucker Kraft on every roster. You're going to have Javonte Williams on every roster. You're going to have Chris Olave on every roster, right? At least I'm going to tell you to those things. Maybe next year it'll be different guys, though. I don't just like stick with the same guys because that's stupid. Start one: Mason Taylor, Hall, Mark Andrews, or Hunter Henry. It's Brees Hall.
Who's Hall?
Brees Hall. As long as he's not like as long as he's not active with like a very, very like cryptic like snap count or some shit, it's Brees Hall. Who would you rank second out of that? Is it Mason Taylor? It's probably Mason Taylor, right?
I have to go Mason Taylor, yeah.
Hetzer, my gut telling me to drop J-Mo for Darius Slayton and stash him. I would rather have J-Mo than Darius Slayton.
Yeah.
Give me a guy tied to Jared Goff. He's still playing 85% of the snaps. He's actually out-snapping St. Brown, which is just madness to me. And they paid him a bag. Jameson Williams has 17 receptions this year. In 7 games, he's averaging, 2.3 receptions a game, J-Mo? And the all offseason they heard, we're going to get him the short stuff. We're going to get him the ball, open field. Nah, they're not only are they not doing that, Mark, they're not throwing the ball deep.
They don't even give him the deep ball. Yeah, they're not giving him the deep ball either.
He's out there running cardio like Marquez Valdez-Scantling, man. Like, he's in great shape. He's probably a great lay right now because he could just go all fucking night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably hogged out too. Bench one: Pittman, Odunze, or Olave. Oh man. Love Olave.
Unfortunately, it'd have to be a Dunze.
Yeah, he's been struggling, man. He's been struggling. I agree with that one. I love Olave too much. Start, bench, cut. Fannin, Pitts, Kincaid. I'll give you this one first, Mark. What do you got?
Okay, if Kincaid plays, then I'm going to play Kincaid. I'm going to bench Pitts and cut Fannin.
Yeah, that's the play. Although Fannin has some really good upside if
he does. Yeah, he does.
Gets traded.
I'm looking at the
murder, fuck, kill, or sorry, murder, fuck, kill. That's what a serial killer says. Instead of what is it? What is the
it's Mary kill, kill, and
murder, fuck, kill. That's the
documentary coming out.
That's the Jeffrey Dahmer. It's like I murder you, then I fuck you, then I kill you again, man. Marry, fuck, kill. Sorry. Yes, marry, fuck, kill. Oprah, Barbara Walters, or your wife. Yeah, I think the correct one, I already went over this in a previous pod. The correct one is Barbara Walters because she's already dead. You just kill her. She's already dead. So DJ Moore, moving on. DJ Moore or Deebo Samuel? This is a tricky one, man. You got no Jaden Daniels. You got Deebo coming back from a heel injury. You also have Terry McLaurin coming back.
Terry McLaurin coming back.
That's tricky, man.
Who does Washington play again?
Washington has the Chiefs, man.
So they're going to have to be throwing the ball. Fuck.
It's so tough, man.
Yeah, that is so tough. I want to say DJ Moore, to be honest.
I do too. I believe in DJ Moore.
A coin flip for these two. But I would
that's a crazy comment. Yeah, we're going to go more there. Just Deebo, it's just without Jaden and McLaurin back, and he's hurt. Frankenstein, I can't believe I drafted DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy, and Trayvon Henderson all in the same league. Ooh, we know what's crazy is Trayvon Henderson was the worst pick of all of them because you stopped starting Jeudy after like 2 weeks. You probably kept on starting Trayvon for 4 weeks. And DJ Moore's at least had a couple touchdowns. So, yeah, that's rough, man. And they were all hyped up. Not DJ Moore wasn't hyped, but Jeudy just had that awesome stretch there. That 7-game stretch was just amazing from Jerry Jeudy. And, he still had kind of some of the post-type sleeper vibes, coming out of Alabama. He was a 16th overall draft pick.
But the thing is too with
Jerry
Judy
Jeudy's
is
just not a
he's
player.
fucking shit ton of targets and he just drops them or they're not catchable. So like volume is king, right? When it comes to wide receivers, but it's like
Yep.
it's not translating to anything. So it's like at that point, yeah, you gotta let him go type shit. But
And I
like,
hate
he was catching
calling a guy
everything.
a dog. He's the opposite of a dog, right? He's a cat.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
he's actually a pussy. So sorry, Jerry Jeudy. It's true. I'm in a 16-man league and I have Justin Fields, Dalton, and Purdy who's out. You're starting Justin Fields, baby.
Dalton. Yeah.
No, Fields. Right? You want to start?
No,
Fields?
I meant like who's out? Who's out?
Oh, yeah. Oh, who's out? It's Dalton. Cut Dalton. You're gonna
Yeah.
get Purdy back next week. They don't have a bye
Yeah.
till week 14, so they can't just rest Purdy. Week 14
he's
bye is a long
sorry.
way away.
He said, he's like Purdy who is out. Okay, sorry. So
Yeah.
he has
So he
those
say
three
who to start.
quarterbacks. Yeah,
Fields.
you'd have to go Justin Fields, yeah.
Yeah, Travion in round 3 was just wild. I think we have 2 shares out of the 36 with me and my wife, 2 shares. And it was in the 4th round. I wasn't happy about it. And I got on that one. I have 0. I think I have 1 RJ Harvey. So I kind of avoided all those rookies, man, because I was just like, I like Javonte Williams. I was taking Javonte Williams and Nick Chubb both, so I don't just like blow myself too much on it, because I was taking Nick Chubb as well. Pairing both those guys in the 10th and 11th round on like my wide receiver heavy teams. And I knew one of them would hit. Right?
Amazing.
9th round, baby. Fully healthy CMC is the best running back. CMC is a volume king. I love CMC. Young CMC is different than this CMC. Bijan Robinson is CMC on steroids, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like just Adam, I would say check the tape on that one. It's in a 16-man league. Fuck, I'm in a 14-man. Yeah, 16-man's crazy. Who should I start? Mason Taylor or David Njoku? We're going Mason Taylor on this one, baby, right? As long as he's healthy. Like, you got nothing there. You have Arian Smith and you have Alan Lazard. Alan Lazard without Aaron Rodgers, mind you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Only tight ends available are Sanders, Helm, and Washington. Not Darnell Washington. I would go Jatavion Sanders here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me Sanders. Start Tyler Warren or Kittle. I think it's got to be Tyler Warren, man.
Yeah,
I would start them both. Flex them, right?
It depends who else he's got in his flex. Like, would you flex Kittle over somebody like a Tedero McMillan?
Yes, I would.
Yeah. Okay.
In PPR, not as much. If it's half PPR, I'm definitely doing it because Kittle's probably catching a touchdown this week.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I guess the only downside is, we had all this blocking last week because it was a run, a very run heavy game script CMC game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Houston's defensive line's a menace, so I think they're going to have at least a lot of chips from George Kittle. So actually, thinking about it right now, this is why I love the show. Instead of betting George Kittle's yards, which is like 54.5, I think I might be tempted to take his receptions because he might have those little chip catches that are just free money in fantasy.
I bet his line's probably at like 4.5 too or something.
I was thinking 3.5, dude. After a 0 catch game, they can't put him at 4.5. Yeah. He's never been a big catch guy, right? He's a dude that goes like 4 for 70.
That's true.
So Hetcher says, I wonder. Ooh, Connor says, favorite bets for tomorrow. We'll go through these again for you guys. There's 45 people in here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Get on this shit. The bets are crushing. The fantasy's gold. The content's great. The fucking guest, super fan Mark, met him. I never met you in person, but huh?
Mm-hmm. No. I'm just listening to what you're saying.
Oh,
I'm trying to search that receptions.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, 4.5. 4.5.
Wow, that's too much. I won't touch that. That's too
much.
I'm not betting under either. Here we go. Minus 140. Holy shit. Here you go. Connor. There you go. Some of the lines have changed. This is why you guys got to get in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, what are you doing? Get in the Discord. You get all these lines as I bet them. And to
get in the Discord, you got to get in the Patreon.
Damn straight. Yeah, I'll get that up in a second. You guys got to get on that to get these odds as they're set. They're not too far off, but like I made a lot of these on Thursday. And then someone asked about my NBA bets. I'm going to be posting those tonight as usual, about 2 a.m. Usually just 1 or 2. It's a Sunday. I did like a couple. I think Jaylen Brown I'm going to bet on. Haven't looked at the line yet. He's been struggling. Jaylen Brown's the number one option there in Boston. So anyways, Justin Fields over. I love that. That's gone up. Love it. James Cook. That was my first bet I made this week. Drake London questionable to play. This is my least favorite one now just because if he does play, I don't know if I like it. I'm probably not going to cash it, though. I cash it out. Caleb Williams, love it. Cam Ward, 4.5 is probably the most polarizing of all the picks, Mark. But we discussed it. It's wacky and wild. Real quick, shout out to the Patreon guys that have joined. CK, Scott, Logan, Mouth, John, Braden, Wally, Cruz, Mark right here is a fanatic, Jason, and Mike Campbell on the fanatic tier. Appreciate you guys. If you want to get in on the Patreon, you want to get in the Discord, you got to get the Patreon. You got free bets as I place them. Free merchandise, fantasy leagues with me. Come on the show as a guest. Why the hell not? It's a good time. Hanging out 7 nights a week, gentlemen. 7 nights a week. You know I don't miss weeks. I don't miss nights, man.
Yeah, I don't think you've missed a day. I think one day only when he had something.
I think I've missed maybe two since like early September.
And ever since I joined the channel, I've watched like every single show from start to finish.
I love you, Mark. Love you. If you have not subscribed, what are you doing?
Place to
Get in
be.
that shit right now. It is the place to be. It's fun. It's chill. It's fun. The community's great. That's what makes this. It's not me. You guys are also making the content with all of your comments. And set me up for some jokes, like Mo Sizlak style from Simpsons. I always fall for those, right? Can you wish my buddy a happy birthday? And I read the name. I'm like, God.
Oh yeah.
Hector says, I wonder if Jameson Williams turns around after the bye. Not a top 10 wide receiver.
Not top,
Jameson
no.
Williams. He could be top 30. I think top 30.
Yeah.
Alex, yeah, I'll post those at 2 a.m. Like I said, 2 a.m. Central Time. I'll have a couple for you guys. Dobbs or Olave? This is easy Olave for me.
Olave, yeah.
Max says, I want a more reliable wide receiver one if I package London with Judkins or Benson. London and Judkins is too much. You need to get like Jamar Chase for that. So London and Benson, what kind of upgrade do you get for London and Benson?
You could get a CD Lamb. You could get a
I think I'm not doing that. I don't think I'm doing that anyway. Your team's fine. If you want to trade somebody, you got to trade a worse wide receiver to try to get like an AJ Brown or Devonta Smith, right? Trade Benson and whoever your like wide receiver 3 is, because I feel like London is a depressed asset right now. He's better than he's shown.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing that. I would just wait. You have the.
Who would you rather have, London or JSN?
JSN. I'm a big London fan, but I'm still gonna say JSN. It's close though. I still do believe in Drake London. You saw that Monday night game where he just showed out.
He had a monster game.
But right now you have quarterback issues right now with Michael Penix being hurt. I know Cousins is fine, but Michael Penix, that Drake London is Michael Penix's boy. So we need him. You've been doing this a while. How likely are these Hall, Myers, BTJ trade rumors to actually come true? I feel like it's 10% at best if any major skill players moved. Well, Brian Thomas, that's just bullshit. He's not getting moved. They just drafted him in the first round. He had an epic rookie year. And Travis Hunter's not really a wide receiver 1. Like, he's definitely not an alpha. He's small. Jacoby Myers is getting traded. I'm the most confident Jacoby Myers is out of town. And I say Jacoby Myers is literally like more likely than not to get traded. And I put Breece Hall at 50-50. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I agree with all of that. Yep.
Cool. Evening, gents. Troy Franklin or Alec Pierce in the flex? This is for me, Mark, let me know if you agree. I think this is a scoring question. If it's standard or half PPR, I'm probably going Alec Pierce. Full PPR, give me Troy Franklin and his monster target share.
I like that.
You agree?
Yeah.
Hey, babe, can you grab me a brewski? Please? I can't get up and do it. Oh, I can do it then. Do I flex Golden, Josh Downs, or Worthy? Tricky one.
It'd be between Downs and Worthy. I don't think I put Golden's a third man out for me here.
We're just going to go with the upside, right? We're just going to go Worthy with the upside?
Yeah, you'd have to.
Because you feel dumb when he catches a 70-yard touchdown on Monday Night Football. It's so bad I'm thinking of starting Golden or Alec Pierce over DJ Moore. I wouldn't do either. Maybe Alec Pierce, but you have Downs back. I'm not too worried about DJ Moore, man. It's not good. Like, he's not going to return value where you drafted him, but he's still, now you have Kmet out. Like, he's still the number 2 in that offense, and they have not been passing the ball well. They will get their passing offense working again shortly, and DJ Moore's been a little banged up. He's definitely playing through an injury, and DJ Moore is that kind of dude, right? He plays through injuries. Do Darnell Mooney or Chuba in the flex?
Scoring, probably go Chuba, to be honest. I always kind of lean running back or wide receiver when I'm trying to do a flex option.
Yeah, I guess if Drake London's out, you go Mooney maybe.
I mean,
That's the only thing.
sure. Yeah. That's a deciding
So
factor.
you got to wait till the morning, man. Tune in at 10 a.m. and we'll go through all that kind of shit. Mark, who's better, Mahomes or Josh Allen?
This one's tough. As much as I don't want to say it, it's got to be Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen's a lot more durable, but if you're just looking at straight talent and accolades, I'd have to choose
Accolades.
Mahomes.
Yeah. So like I got a big argument. I think you might have been on the show that one when coming into the year, I said Josh Allen was the best quarterback in the NFL. Like for this season, upcoming season, because he was the best quarterback last year in the NFL. Like his numbers, the winning, he had everything right. And then Mahomes had a bad year last year. Statistically, eye test, he was missing throws. His offensive line was also trash. So his feet were happy because he wasn't trusting his O-line. That's defendable. Accolades is not even close. I mean, come on, we can't even debate that.
Of
That's
course.
Stupid.
Yeah.
But now Patrick Mahomes is playing like Patrick Mahomes from 2020.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
And
too,
Josh
right?
Allen is actually turning the ball over a little bit. I still do believe, though, if you put them on a neutral team without Andy Reid, with a bad coordinator and bad weapons, I'd rather have Josh Allen. Josh Allen can make nothing out of. He can make something out of nothing. He elevates his players. And again, it's crazy to say because we've never seen Patrick Mahomes not even the worst finish he's had is AFC Championship game. But again, Andy Reid, like the system, I'm not trying to rip on Mahomes. I just love Josh Allen.
No, for
I
sure.
think if you put them on a last place roster, who's more likely to lead them to the playoffs? It's Josh
that was
Allen.
going to be my next question too. Was if you were starting a team today with and your first player is Mahomes or Allen, no quarterback. I mean, no like supporting cast, no coaches, no nothing. Who would you pick? Probably be Josh Allen, right?
Dude, he's just indestructible too. He's indestructible. Like, and Mahomes has been pretty indestructible too, but he just doesn't take the hits. Like Josh Allen plays reckless. He plays like Jackson Dart, and like Jackson Dart's already been in the tents. You know, with that concussion, like that's been 3 games. Have you ever? Josh Allen's never been in the tents. Like he had that earlier in the year. He had that nose. You know, he had that cut on his nose because he got popped.
And he came back after.
But, like, yeah, and last year he had that little hand injury, and he missed I think he missed 3 plays. So, like, not only is he not missing games, he's not missing series. He comes back in, like, the same series. And I just am a big Josh Allen fan, man. And I think that his defense, which is crazy that, you know, they're a defensive-minded team with a defensive-minded coach. And his defense lets him down every year. Every year. Just like, and like, Lamar Jackson's different. Lamar lets himself down. Lamar lets a team down. Not last year. That was Mark Andrews. But the other 3 years, it's been Lamar. Lamar has been really loose with the ball, turnovers, missing throws, missing reads. Like, Josh Allen's played pretty flawless ball in the playoffs. Like, you know, a couple of those losses, he's at almost a perfect passer rating, playing hero ball and losing. I still think the best game I've ever seen is the Chiefs-Bills game. The one, you know, where they both scored. There was, you know, 4 touchdowns in the last 5 minutes of the game. Chiefs was 17 or was it 13 seconds? Come down and get a field goal. Like, it was just that changed that. Just for a reference, that changed the overtime rules. Like, that's how important that game was. It literally changed the rules in the NFL. Like, need I say anything more? That was like literally the most perfect quarterback play I've ever seen in my life. And the fact that someone had to lose that game is a shame. And like, it just should have been Josh Allen winning that game because Mahomes doesn't need it, right? He's already the best of all time or second best of all time behind Brady. And like Josh Allen, I feel like is a top 5 all-time quarterback, talent-wise. But if he doesn't win 1 or 2 rings, he'll never be in that pantheon, right? You're always going to have Peyton ahead of him, maybe Drew Brees ahead of him.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It's just, you know, it's what happened to everyone in the 90s in the NBA. No one got any championships because Michael Jordan got them all. And when Michael Jordan didn't win them, Olajuwon won them, and Olajuwon's probably the second best player. And it just screwed everyone else. That was 8 championships out of the 10 from 2 teams. So, like, that's what we're getting right now with the Chiefs. It's just, you know, and now you have the Eagles, who seem to be that kind of that machine, who, if it's not going to be the Chiefs, it's going to be the Eagles. And that's why the Ravens needed that this year. This year, like, because Lamar's older and Lamar's frail.
Yeah.
Like, Lamar does not have Josh Allen's shelf life, right? Like,
no, not at all.
And he's made a lot of strides as a passer. But if you take the rushing element away from Lamar Jackson, he's just not going to be the same player.
That's true.
And Harbaugh's kind of a bum. All right, we're going to move on from this. That was a really good conversation. Should I trade Devontae for Rome? I feel like Rome has better upside with Puka vulturing all the targets. It's about Devontae Adams. I want Devontae Adams over Rome.
Yeah, for sure. for sure.
You
Devontae's
got
playing
Matt
crazy
Stafford.
too. He's playing really, really good. Yeah, and tied to Matt Stafford, but like Devontae actually looks solid this week. Even with Puka there too, he's all right. But like he's playing like pretty well.
Alex, what running back do you think AJ Brown is worth? Let's get a range here. So I think where do you think AJ Brown is rest of season? Let's take the injury aside. Let's say it's minor. He has a week 9 bye, comes back week 10 healthy. Where do you rank him wide receiver wise in PPR? You looking at high
I
team?
would put him. Yeah, I'm looking at 17, anywhere from 16 to 18.
So that would probably
Or
fetch you a mid-range RB2, right?
Devontae. I mean, sorry, DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, Swift, Kamara, that range. What I would like to do is pair AJ Brown with a Chuba Hubbard, something like that, and try to get yourself I would say a Derrick Henry if we knew about Lamar, but something
Or
of that ilk. Saquon, you might have to trade a little bit more, but something like that, right? I like doing 2-for-1s. 1-for-1 is just tough. I like to have a 2-for-1 because I feel like I'm winning the trade because I can always replace that guy with a hot waiver wire pickup or a handcuff running back. Ooh, Dax says start, bench, cut, pizza, burritos, sandwiches. Now, are these like cold sandwiches like PB&J and like ham? Or are these like fucking hot sandwiches from like Quiznos? So let's go on the assumption it's like a sandwich. Like it could be like a Philly cheesesteak or something.
Yeah,
right? It can be any good sandwich. I'm gonna give you the floor here, Mark, for this one. I'm gonna grab a beer while you do this.
I'm starting pizza for sure. Like I'm a big pizza lover. I love all types of pizza, so it's gonna be pizza for sure. I'm gonna bench sandwiches and I'm gonna cut burritos. I'm not much of a burrito guy to be honest, so that's some people in the chat may hate me for that one, but I'm starting pizza, benching sandwiches, and I'm cutting burritos.
Now, does it change for you if burritos just is encompassing all Mexican food? Let's just take away from burritos and it counts tacos and enchiladas and shit, or is it just that you don't like Mexican food?
No. It's just burritos. I love tacos. I love all types of like quesadillas.
Okay, let's add pizza and burritos and tacos. Let's add tacos to burritos. It's like kind of
instead of sandwich. Okay, burrito slash.
No,
tacos?
just burritos. Yeah. Is that going ahead of sandwiches then?
Yeah, it is.
I am pretty much lockstep, man, because I'm a big pizza guy. I fucking love pizza.
Yeah,
the fucking best. It makes you feel so good. All the carbs. It just, it makes you feel fucking like it's like a drug, honestly. After eating a bunch of pizza, I'm just like, I feel like I just came, and typically because I already did. That's my hobby. Do you see Pat Bryant emerging this year with Franklin really not stepping up into a strong wide receiver role for the Broncos? Too many drop balls and mental errors. Yeah, and he's a small little frail guy. He kind of reminds me of Jerry Jeudy, a bad version of Jerry Jeudy, which is saying a lot. I love Pat Bryant. I loved him at U of I. I don't, and this is the reason why. The reports came out that the Broncos are probably one of the heaviest teams pushing to trade for a wide receiver, which leads me to believe that they're going to trade for somebody because they're in a win now mode. Like this Giants thing, that's for next year. Some of these other teams, the Steelers, like the Steelers don't have a lot of capital anymore because they did DK trade, right? They paid all their guys in the defense. They don't have a lot of money. So
what do you think
they're going to trade for somebody?
You think they trade away like Troy Franklin and what do you think they trade?
I think they get Jacoby Myers. Oh, probably just draft picks and they keep Troy Franklin and they just keep a really deep room because Mims has his role, but it's not an every snap guy. I think Pat Bryant's a next year guy. I love Pat Bryant. Unfortunately, I've watched a decent amount of Broncos games this year, like actually the whole game, and he makes a lot of mental mistakes. He has some false starts, some holdings. And like Sean Payton's just not about that shit. And he's notoriously been hard on rookies. It took Alvin Kamara 6 games to get over 10 touches, even though he was averaging like 7 yards a carry and scoring a touchdown his rookie year every game, right? Remember that? So Sean Payton hates rookies. And Pat Bryant, he talks up his rookies, just doesn't play them. So outside of an injury and them not trading, which is 2 things, Pat Bryant's going to be a nothing. I had high hopes for him. I still do as a prospect because he's a Michael Thomas. He was supposed to be as Michael Thomas, a big-bodied, 6'3", 250-pound slot receiver. Good hands, good blocker, and Sean Payton loves his receivers to block, which is mind-blowing. They're playing Pat Bryant, who could not block to save his life. He couldn't block you or me, bro. It's rough. Let's see. What do we got? Don't understand how Josh Allen is better than a healthy Joe Burrow generally. Well, I love Joe Burrow, but
it's just
look at it like this.
They both could slang they can both slang it, but Josh Allen has that rushing upside over Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, amazing pocket passer, great vision, could throw the deep ball like it's nothing, but like durability is one thing, and that rushing upside gives Josh Allen the edge, in my opinion.
Joe Burrow is definitely like the best passer in the NFL. Like that's not even a debate. Even more than Mahomes. Like he's a best pure passer. Like that dude just slings the ball.
That's
But
what I mean.
And Joe Burrow actually is somewhat athletic for a pocket passer, but he's not Josh Allen. And the durability, it's not even about the fact that Allen takes all these hits and doesn't get hurt. Joe Burrow has now missed essentially this year. It'd be 3 seasons he's not finished. And not like he's getting hurt week 14. He's missing like chunks of the season. 3 out of 7 years, I think. That's Andrew Luck territory, bro. And I can't I'm not punishing him for this because it's not really his fault. It's the offensive line's fault. We all know this.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen's played behind some pretty bad offensive lines, and it's just you can't. It's availability is the best ability, and that's what you have from Josh Allen, and you have good ability. So, and I love Joe Burrow. I'm not trying to slander Joe Burrow, man. Mark Andrews getting moved. You think Mark Andrews getting moved from Cruz? What's going on, Cruz?
I don't think so. I've heard a few rumors about it and stuff. It's like Lamar likes him. That team likes him. He's a solid player. I mean, yeah, he's had his ups and downs, and likely is good, and he's right behind him. But I don't see them moving him this year. Maybe I don't know what his contract is, how much he's got left with the Ravens, but when they do decide to move on from him, or when he becomes a free agent, they got likely as their next man up, which is just as good, if not going to be better.
Yeah, if they lose a couple more games, though, I could see him getting traded because the season's over. And Isaiah likely is the future there. And Mark Andrews is only 29 years old, but he's kind of an old 29. He's not quite aging like Travis Kelce, right? Dashy, should I start Tet or Diggs? Is this also a format thing, kind of? You think it's a format thing? Because I know full PPR, I'm going Diggs.
Yeah, I was kind of leaning Tet. I think that Browns defense is going to play pretty solid. That's the one. That's the deciding factor for me, is the defense that they play. But I mean,
no, you convinced me because the game script too, right? Game script. How many passes are they going to have to throw against the Browns? How many points are the Browns going to put up?
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing too, right?
Okay. I could say this. Definitely Tet in half PPR. In full PPR, now you have at least a decision to make. But I want
full PPR. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if you could take Diggs.
Hetzer traded away Jameson Williams for Matthew Golden. I feel like Golden will give me a safe floor week to week. Well, no, Matthew Golden won't be giving you a safe floor, but he'll give you a safer floor than Jameson Williams. I mean,
that's what I was about to say.
The floor is gone. It's if you guys seen Squid Game,
you're in
Squid
the basement
Game,
now with J-Mo.
You know the Squid Game scene or the trap or whatever, where they have the glass bridge. They have to walk across.
You have to pick which.
Yeah, one of them is breaking glass. The other one's not. So that's Jameson Williams, and unfortunately, Jameson Williams bridge is all the breakaway glass, and you just take one step and you get 0. It sucks, man. I do love Jameson Williams, and they gave him a bunch of money. I don't know what the hell they're doing there. And I said this before, if it was Isaac Tesla and he was breaking out, and you had these numbers from JMO, I'd be like, okay, now I can put my finger on why. Because Tesla has 20 catches and 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tesla has 5 receptions. Sam Laporta is coming off a 1-catch game. He's been inconsistent. It's literally just been the running backs and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're scoring almost as much as they were last year. I think that they're on pace for the same, the highest scoring team in the NFL. And somehow Jameson Williams isn't a part of this. It's I don't know, man. It's like going to an orgy and not getting laid. Dude, you're at an orgy. Everyone's there to fuck, and you can't even get your dick wet. What the hell's going on here? It's Jameson Williams, man. Get some Viagra or something, man. Do something. Sorry, did that make sense? I think so. What's going on, Mouth? It's Robbie and Marky Mark.
What's going on, Mouth?
He's the man. Joe Burrow outplayed Mahomes, by the way. He's better than Josh. Joe Burrow did outplay Mahomes. He did beat him in the playoffs. We're talking about a 1-game sample, a 1-year sample. I do love Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is the perfect quarterback, right?
No slander on Joe Burrow.
He's mobile enough. I'm not slandering the guy. I just, I got to punish him a bit. We're talking about all-time rankings, for not being able to play. That's a problem. It's not his fault, though. Again, it's not his fault. The Cincinnati Bengals are a terrible organization with a piece of shit owner. I hate that guy. That guy's I guarantee he's a racist. Like, it just seems like a racist to me, and just an old racist, like miserable prick that has like billions of dollars, but he's cheap. Like, dude, don't you want to win? Like, why are you trying to save $4 million? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Why? It's like me trying to save $4, dude. No. What's going on, Sven? Traded away Warren and Tez for AJ Brown and Harvey.
Jalen Warren, I would assume.
Yeah, Jalen Warren and Tez for AJ Brown and Harvey. I'm 5-2. I have McBride and Gatson. Oh no,
Maybe
it must be Tyler Warren. Man, you have McBride and Gatson, so I think I like it.
Yeah,
it
because
Harvey is a nice bench stash.
Tyler Warren for AJ Brown, basically, and what Tez Johnson for Harvey. I mean, fuck, I'd take the high upside running back.
Yeah. Warren's probably worth more than AJ Brown, but not for you, right? Not for you. So I'm in for that. And I think Harvey. I have more faith in Harvey than I do Henderson, because the coaches hate Henderson. I don't know they necessarily hate Harvey. I think they just really like Dobbins, and for good reason. Dobbins has actually been pretty good. Like Stevenson, outside of last week, has not been good. Not yards per carry, not efficiency, not eye test, and not holding on to the goddamn football. But hey, he didn't fumble the last 2 weeks, so we have a 2-game. You know, it's like it's like the
he extended his leash.
They have like right. It's like like the Simpsons clips where they have like as a joke in the nuclear power plant, like no accidents in 4 days. Like they're celebrating that. Like we didn't have a meltdown the last 4 days. Like give us a fucking parade, dude. You should never have a meltdown. You should never fumble. Like one fumble a year from Andre Stevenson.
That's why the outlook for Henderson, I think, is like getting worse because of these 2 games that Ramondre had. Like I said, he extended the leash. Like however short it was before that, like he gained it back. So now he could probably afford like another few more fumbles before he could.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I feel like he still had a 1 fumble leash even after the 2 fumble game. Now he's got like a 2 or 3 fumble leash, which you know what, that might only last 2 weeks though. Who knows?
Exactly.
Mount, Devontae Smith will finish ahead of AJ Brown. Last 20 games together, Devontae Smith has outperformed AJ Brown. He looks better too. He definitely looks better, and I like the slot. You know, Jalen Hurts likes throwing those little deep outs to the slot. Love that. Prod by Data. Is it safe to rely on Ollie Gordon's production in this Chargers? Or Aronde Gadsden's production in this Chargers offense now, and just sell Laporta? I would still rather have Laporta than Gadsden. Yeah. I know people are going to hate on me for that. I want a piece of that offense. I'm telling you, I broke it down last night, man. That this offense, the one guy I trust in this offense is, besides Justin Herbert and whoever's the starting running back, is Ladd McConkey. Now we have Keenan Allen, we have Gadsden, we have Quentin Johnson. There's going to be Quentin Johnson weeks. I promise you, there's going to be Quentin Johnson weeks, and every week is kind of a little Keenan Allen 4 for 50, something like that. So you can't have a Quentin Johnson week and a Gadsden week. You can't have a huge Ladd week and a huge Gadsden week. I feel like the defense is coming around too. So maybe I'm just too low on Gadsden. He's a top 12 guy. Laporta for me is still a top. He's right outside Kraft, Warren, Kittle, McBride, and Bowers when he's healthy. That's the top 5, and then Ferguson and Laporta are right there. So let's say Laporta is like 7. The touchdown equity is too good with Laporta. It's too good. You agree?
Yeah, because like this is like, okay, so this Gadsden breakout right now is the same as a Quentin Johnson start of the season breakout. You could look at it like that, right? So, okay, after 2 weeks, we're like, okay, then we're like 3 weeks, let's see 1 more week. You know what I mean? So let's see another like 4 more weeks of this, then you could solidify it as whatever you want to, right? But it's still, the sample size is just too small right now. Like, of course, the arrow's pointing up, right? But like the situation aside and everything, and getting the defense back healthy and establishing the run game, which is looking better now too. It's like you need a little bit more to see, and then you can make a decision from that.
If I had told people after week 4 when Quentin Johnson was wide receiver 4, and the thing is, I actually did tell people this, Mark.
Yeah, I know.
And I had people yelling at me. I said, Ladd McConkey, better rest of the season than him. And I said, Quentin Johnson will be a mid-range wide receiver 3. He's not going to finish there because his start was so hot, but that's where he's going to be ranked going forward. And people were like, no, absolutely not. It's not going to happen. Well, guess what? Last 2 weeks, 1 catch from Quentin Johnson. Yes, it was a 6-yard touchdown, I believe, or an 8-yard touchdown. But so if I told you like Aronde Gadsden is going to have a stretch where he has 3 catches in 2 weeks, would that surprise you? And people right now are going to say you're a fucking idiot, Rob. And they said the same thing about Quentin Johnson. So I could be wrong, and It's the
No,
same
of
thing
course.
is it's the same
Yeah.
team, so that it's kind of parallel to me because I still do believe in Quentin Johnson. Like the thing is now everyone is just they flip too much. We went from Quentin Johnson to a wide receiver 1. I said no. To now Rondé Gatson in the top 5, 10. I say no. Right?
Yeah.
Quentin Johnson's better than wide receiver 5. He's better than a wide receiver 5 in fantasy, and Gatson's not a wide receiver 4 or tight end 4. Tight end 4 overall. It's going to be equal. It's going to be they're both going to be playable. Gatson's a top 10 guy with upside. I'm not saying he's not top 10. But you're going to have some rough weeks from him, and you're going to have some big weeks from Quentin Johnson. It's just going to make all of them really tough to start besides Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey is a high-end wide receiver 2, right? Mid-range wide receiver 2, top 15.
Easily.
And, yeah, it just didn't seem – I think people are just – they get so pissed when they draft these guys high and they underperform. And technically, Ladd McConkey hasn't really underperformed. It's just because where we took him in fantasy. And we should have never taken a small slot receiver in what was supposed to be a run-first team that high in the draft. Like, no, like he should never have been going ahead of JSN, right? Like, no way, no how. Like, he probably should have been going ahead of George Pickens. Honestly, like, I don't care if he's the number 2 in his offense. That's the Cowboys team that slings the ball around. So, like, I hate punishing players just because they struggle to meet they didn't draft themselves in the fucking second round. It's not their fault. Like, you know what I mean? And like, this guy sucks. You hear that from careers all the time. This guy sucks. Like, first of all, none of these guys suck. They are elite of the best in the world at what they do. They're way better than what you do at whatever the fuck you do. So shut the fuck up. Tell it to their face too. Like people that say LeBron James sucks. I'm like, all right, bro. Yeah, okay. You're gonna say it to a guy that's 6'9", 250, and like is the most successful at what he does. He'd be like the best neurosurgeon in the world, right? If he was a doctor. Like, you're not gonna say that guy sucks. Maybe he botched one surgery. Whoop-de-doo. LeBron lost like a finals. Like,
if you got Ladd in, like, say, the 5th round or something, you'd be laughing to the bank right now.
Ladd should have probably been he should have probably been a late 3rd round pick, and then it would have all been good, right? And that's fair. Alex, I got awful running backs. I have Hall, White, Mason, Hampton on IR, Davis, Corman, Algier. So you have a lot of really high upside guys. So, Alex, if you have a winning record, you're in a good spot because Hall's fine. You have this week of White, so you're good this week. And then Hampton will be back. That's a little ominous, but you have, I think, Isaiah Davis. I'm telling you, I think Breece Hall's getting traded, so you're going to have him. And then Corman and Algier are the two highest handcuffs in the world right now. If there's an injury, now Bijan never gets hurt, unfortunately, but if you get an injury, Corman and Algier are RB1s. Would you agree?
Most definitely.
I see a mouth style at the bottom one says, well, botching one surgery could land you in jail. Well, they sign things for that, so like that's part of the job. But if you're drunk and you do it, you can't be drunk doing surgery. Let's be honest with that one. Gentlemen, we've had only 5 subscribers here. Also, we have a goal here: 5 super chats of any color. I chug a beer. Get me drunk, okay? I had a long day with these dogs. Just want a little change, and I appreciate it. And Mark would do it if he was not in the fucking. You're actually on the show, and please don't do it, Mark. Neither don't do it either, Mouth. Mouth, you've done enough. Sven also had to trade Nico/Goddard for Tyler Warren and Kamara. Tough league in huge need of running backs. I don't hate it. Actually.
Yeah, I don't hate it either.
Because you got, I think Tyler Warren is better than Goddard. And I know it sucks to trade Nico. It sucks to trade Nico. But right now, Kamara's on the up and up. He's on the up and up. So,
because you could look at it as like Nico for Warren and Goddard for Kamara. You know what I mean?
He also traded Gatson for Walker. So now we're talking. Like, again, I think Kenneth Walker. Oh, hold on. I got to do it. Any Kenneth Walker.
Hear the clip.
I'm surprised people don't just talk Kenneth Walker here just to get. I love it. CK coming in hot. I'll count that as 3 because it's almost $3. I'll count that as 3. And if I don't get another one, I'll still chug it. CK just for you. I love you, CK. CK's a man. Patreon supporter. Also still giving me supers. You know what? See, you guys are the real dudes. So where are we at here? Wow, I went way up in the chat. When I played the Tiny Dancer, I lost my spot. It was really worth it to play Tiny Dancer because we love the Tiny Dancer. Here we go. Sean of the South, love the screen name, bro. 40 viewers. Hit those likes. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, son. Sven, my quarterbacks this year were Jaden and Burrow. Different leagues. Have to go look for quarterbacks in several teams. I hate that, man. I had 5 shares of Burrow, and I was getting him in like the 4th round, dude. And it sucks. Because I feel like he was going to underperform because that offensive line is atrocious. But we just saw in his schedule was so hard early in the year. But look what old man Joe Flacco just did when he got a little comfortable and he faced a decently beatable defense in Pittsburgh. Fucking shredded, man. Shredded.
Yeah, if Burrows was healthy, man, I think he'd be top 3 in the league right now, without a doubt.
The pass volume is just too much, and the thing is, they can't run the damn ball. They can't. It's not even an indictment on Chase Brown. Chase Brown's kind of just a guy, but like no one can run. Like Bijan might be struggling behind that offensive line. Let's be honest. Like he maybe not struggling, but he wouldn't be doing what he's doing now. Hetzer, I ran Trevor Lawrence for like 3 weeks and won 2 of those weeks. One of the games when we played KC, that was the rushing game. That was my favorite bets I made all year, honestly, because it was 10.5 rushing yards.
10.5.
And he had 10 carries. It was 58 yards, but like when you have a 10.5, like that'd be like the Cam Ward bet if he has 5 rushes. Like when it's like that's just such a good bet, you know what I mean? Like not only it's like one thing when a guy catches a deep bomb to win a 50-yard receiving bet, but like when you have a quarterback that's such a low number and he has more carries than the amount of yards he's supposed to have, it's like damn, like anyone that didn't hit that like missed, and anyone that bet the under needs to go like in the coping corner and like slit their wrist or something. And I don't advise that, by the way. Please don't do that. We want positivity up in this. Alex, thank you, Alex. All right, so make sure y'all like and subscribe. Alex is a dude. Love Alex. We're gonna make some money in the NBA tomorrow, and I think the bets, Alex. I say this a lot, and every week, everyone says about their bets. Like no one makes bets that they don't like, right? And the Thursday night bet I made, I did not like. I lost that one. I did the game. I didn't feel good about it, but I'm like, I need to play. At that point, I should have just sat it out. But when you're on
the -7.5 or the +7.5 for the Vikings,
yeah, that was bad.
And you called it too. You said you didn't like it.
I know. I just don't like lines. Don't ever. If I ever give you a line, don't bet it. I'm a fantasy football guy. I'm a player prop guy.
Yeah, props.
I'm bad. My wife beats me on pick'ems, dude. My wife beats me, and she's a 3rd year watching the NFL. Like I watch it, and she still takes naps sometimes on Sunday. Not to rip on her too much, but like she beats me. She picks the games better than me. And I don't know what the hell's wrong with me, and it's bad. It's fucking bad. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassing. I can find. I know how many yards like the 3rd string tight end is gonna have, but like I don't know who's gonna win a game and Chargers at home. I don't know. I trusted the Minnesota defense, man, and they just look bad.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're running. They ran Carson Wentz out there, and he was in a meat grinder, man. He couldn't even move. He had like 4 injuries. He was pissed too. I would be too, man. Yeah. Here we go. I'll get back to the chat here. I am a Jacoby Myers holder in my main money league. I was hoping for Myers to land with the Broncos. Yeah, now Broncos is a good spot. That's why I said I like that one a lot. Max, here's a good trivia question. Who are the 3 quarterbacks to beat Mahomes in the playoffs since 2020? Ooh, well, Joe Burrow is one of them. It's the Super Bowls, right? It's Tom Brady. It's Burrow. Yeah. And then it's Jalen Hurts. There it is. Yeah, Jalen Hurts, yeah. Hey-o. David, flex, PPR flex, Schultz, Spears, or Isaiah Davis. It's Schultz. Schultz. Yeah, for sure. Not sexy, but that diving Hawkinson catch was a catch. All the refs on the field rolled out a TD. Yeah, and also going back to the Thursday night game, that was a pick 6. I'm sorry, they called it an interception on the field. That was a pick 6. Now, I still don't think the Vikings were going to win that game, but +7.5, I think they would have lost by a touchdown. The whole game's flipped, man. Like, yeah, I don't know, maybe not, dude. Carson Wentz. This is, I was saying it yesterday. I think you heard it. This is an indictment on JJ McCarthy because 5 weeks for a high ankle sprain as a quarterback. He's not a running back. He's not a left tackle. Yeah. He's not. And they know he's not ready, and now they have no choice because Carson Wentz is like they have to now at this point. Like he's bad. Wentz is probably gonna have to voice his shit to the coaches too. Alex, I'm just gonna go, and this might be chalk for me. I'm just gonna go Tucker Kraft because I have a chubby for Tucker Kraft. Who's your Mark? He said it was for Mark. My bad. See, my bad. Mark, who is your national tight end scorer? Touchdown scorer. It's gonna be Kate Otten for me. Ooh, you better get good odds on that one, huh?
Kate Otton's getting 2 touchdowns this week.
Hot take, Kyle Monunga, 2 touchdowns. Ooh, you get me all warm and fuzzy, baby. Hot take, Kyle Monunga is running back number 7 rest of the season. Well, that's going to take an injury to Swift.
Yeah.
Even then, I don't know. I could see him being a top 12 guy, though, because he looks good. He does look good. Sven says, in that league, I have Ibuka, Tet, and London. We think London's playing, though. We do think London's playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is awesome. Mouse says, Marshawn Lynch took 2 shots of Hennessy. I can believe that. And by the way, have you guys seen that
documentary, too? I saw that clip.
Marshawn Lynch is such a lovable guy. And, like, here's one of my big things I don't like in sports. I'll go back to, like, David Ortiz being in the Hall of Fame because everyone loved Big Papi, right? And Jeff Bagwell and Craig Biggio in the Hall of Fame, but Barry Bonds is not. They're all steroid users, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Barry Bonds was just not liked by the media, and he was kind of a prick. He just didn't give a fuck, right? And so, like, that's a different argument. But, like, Marshawn Lynch, have you seen the DUI video from Marshawn Lynch? When he's passed out in his car, his tires, like, destroyed. He's on rims, dude. He's sleeping in his car and, like, joking with and they're like, the lady cop was like, and lady cops we know are just rough, bro. They are mean, and they're joking with Marshawn Lynch. He's just smiling. And, like, I'm just telling you, after that, he's got the Subway commercials. He's doing sideline reporting in Brazil. Like, Marshawn Lynch can't be touched.
Isn't he in a movie? I swear he did a cameo in a movie.
But literally, he's talking about drinking before games, right? Josh Gordon got kicked out of the league for smoking weed.
Yeah.
Like, you get what I'm saying? You see that it's just very hypocrite. It doesn't make sense.
But no,
why is Marshawn Lynch celebrating?
Marshawn Lynch was doing that. He's telling this after he's retired and everything, right? Like,
but I'm saying currently, as constructed, even after all this, the DUI happened after he retired. I'm saying right now he's in Subway commercials. He's on the sideline reporting games. Like,
he is likable.
This is all documented.
He is a likable guy.
Meanwhile, Barry Bonds isn't in the Hall of Fame. He's like blackballed from baseball. You have Josh Gordon, who, you know, I get that was in his playing career, but like it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I love Marshawn Lynch. He seems like a super fun guy. I just like to be fair with people, I guess is my thing.
Yeah.
Hot take, Jamar Chase for JSN. I want Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I still want Chase.
Max says, instead of London, would you guys do a Sutton and Judkins or Benson for a wide receiver 2 upgrade? No, because I think Sutton's a wide receiver 2.
Okay,
I would not.
In a 10-man league, in a 10-man league, you could probably do Sutton and Judkins for a wide receiver 1.
Yeah. Sutton and Benson, if you want to upgrade at wide receiver, Sutton and Benson, I just think Sutton's fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, JSN, hot take. Dak beats the Broncos tomorrow. Currently constructed, Broncos are -3, maybe -3.5. It probably will go to 3.5 because Diggs is out. He's on IR, actually. Home accident, right? He got a concussion at home. What was he doing, man, at home to get a concussion?
I don't even know.
Andrew, do I trade Genty for something of value? My running backs are Kamara, Vidal, and Walker. I would trade Vidal. Trade Vidal for something for value.
Yeah.
Genty, I want Genty rest of the season over Vidal. Vidal is not going to be the starter the rest of the year. He might be in a 50-50 split with Hampton, but no, you can't trade Walker, and you could trade Kamara, I think. But right now, you got to wait for Kamara to have a big week. So I'm trading Vidal to a team that is losing right now and needs a running back. Because Vidal they have a week 12 bye. I think they have a week 12 bye.
Expiration date.
So you're getting week 9, 10, and 11 probably from Vidal as a starter. If you have a winning record, you don't need that. Trade it to a team that's 3-4. That's 3-5 after this week. That's the play. You can get a lot from Vidal. Caleb needs the Packers to fry the Steelers. What is your prediction on that game, Mark? Packers against the Steelers.
Yeah, that was the one I was debating too, because I was in the predicament of Rodgers over Caleb Williams, which I'm still trying to claim Williams over Rodgers. But on that, I think Green Bay wins. I really like the revenge game narrative. Like, I'm into that when it comes to the quarterbacks, not so much other players. But like, I think that Green Bay is going to be like, okay, yeah, like just give it to Rodgers, and then you can't do anything about it. But I wouldn't be surprised if they pull it off. But I'm leaning Green Bay on that one. Yeah,
I think Green Bay could just fleece them in this game because they've been playing down to their competition recently. I think this is the game it all comes together, right? Daniel Jones or Dak? Danny Dimes or Dak this week? Jones has the Titans. Dak has the Broncos in Denver. Dak's been really hot, though. So has Danny Dimes.
I like Dak, to be honest. Like, Would you say who was Indy playing again?
Tennessee at
Yeah,
home.
so I that could easily be a JT game. Like he could get another fucking 3 touchdowns and like fucking 170 total yards. Like Dak's been slanging. He's like, yeah, Denver has a good D, but man, Dak has been on fire. Like he actually looks legit this year. Like he looks really good. So I'm going Dak.
Here is I'm gonna do it. We got 3. Mouth, since Mouth did it, because Mouth is shit. By the way, check out
Shout out to
Downtown
Mouth.
Sports. Shout out Downtown Sports, Mouth South. I was on their show on Tuesday. Seems like a million years ago. I did not do the description of this video, so it's not in the description. It's on 23 platforms. Downtown Sports, where sports come home. Great dudes, him and Beast. They had Ian Eagle on their goddamn show, okay? And they had me on their show. How privileged am I to be in the same seat, not physically the same seat, but you know what I'm saying, as Ian fucking Eagle, okay? Jesus Christ. But Mouth, appreciate you, man. He says, trade Vidal to the Aaron Jones team and get Jones. Now, that's a good one right there, because no one's buying this Jones thing because the numbers weren't there. We all saw the eye test. He looked good. And it's not about Jones. It's about Jordan Mason being dead. You agree?
Yeah, I like that. And Aaron Jones gets good passing work too. Like when Aaron Jones wasn't there, Mason wasn't really getting any passing work. So, and like Aaron Jones is that PPR guy. Like he gets catches. They trust him to get catches out of the backfield. They'll draw plays like those little out routes and like those little wheel routes, give him the ball and just let him do something with it, right?
There he is right here. Ask me for lines. Listen to Downtown Sports. Yeah, so if you want prop bets, I'm your fucking guy. If you want lines, and Mouth knows NFL, I know fantasy. He's getting into fantasy, and I've been into the NFL for a while. I just have a hard time picking lines. Like, I would be struggling to be 50%, where I'm 66% in gambling on props. I got to stick to what I know. Sorry, I got a little tear going from that chug. The problem is I got limes in this thing. And I got a lime in my throat. I should have just swallowed it. If Joe Flacco leads the Bengals to the playoffs and wins the Super Bowl, is he the GOAT? All right, I'll ask you this. Is Joe Flacco a Hall of Famer to you, Mark?
Borderline.
I think the late season resurgence, just the Browns putting the Browns in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, that solidifies like that puts him over the top, right?
And I would say he had the one Super Bowl, but at least he's got longevity, right? And that was one of the greatest playoff run. 10 touchdowns, 1 pick. And just it was also moments, right? Like, first of all, Broncos, what are you doing not covering Jacoby Jones in that play? What are you doing? Because Joe Flacco has the biggest arm in the league, and that was the only way you lose that game, and they just lost it. That might have been worse than the Stephon Diggs touchdown to beat the Saints, because that was just a fluky play. The Jacoby Jones thing was not fluky. That was just a guy super fast that's going to run one route, right? Torrey Smith type player just running down the field. Joe Flacco has that, that was almost worth 2 Super Bowls. Just because how good he was Superman. He was literally, that was Tom Brady, Peyton Manning-esque. And he's 40 years old. He's still playing. Like, you have to put him in, because we're talking about putting Phillip Rivers in the Hall of Fame. Yes, Phillip Rivers' numbers better. Probably a better quarterback for a 10, 12-year stretch than Joe Flacco. But Phillip Rivers only made, one AFC championship game? Do you think he's a better quarterback than Joe Flacco, though, Phillip Rivers?
I mean, it's pretty close for me. Like, Rivers probably did play with had a better supporting cast over the years, more or less. But
this is a better one. We have Phillip Rivers or Eli Manning, same draft class. I think they were actually traded for each other, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because Eli didn't want to play for the Chargers. He wanted to go to the Giants, which worked out. But like that, in hindsight, that seems crazy. It was the big market thing. Who do you want out of those two? Because Eli's got 2 Super Bowls. He also has like 250 career picks.
Yeah, if you'd have to. Who would you want? Like what? Like
for one season? Again, the whole what I was saying with Josh Allen, right? Like
for
on one team for 1 year. Well, for 1 year in their prime on a random bad team like the Raiders. The Raiders in 2016.
Phillip Rivers.
Okay. Who has a better Hall of Fame case is definitely Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Eli Manning's highs were very, very high. Eli Manning's lows.
And his lows were really, really low.
He's like a really, really, really charitable crackhead where like when he's on his lows, he's like smoking crack and blowing bums in the alley. But when he's on his highs, he's like Mother Teresa and he's like going to Africa and like helping the kids. And it's like Phillip Rivers is right down the middle, right? He's a 9 to 5 working dude that's just like, once a week goes to a soup kitchen. Done. He's not going to Africa to like adopt children, but he's also not smoking crack in an alley. So you only get those analogies here. That's worth like 3 stubs right there because it comes full fucking circle, boys. I just chugged a beer too. So that's what's up. That's why Mark loves his channel. Thank you. Is Barkley done being I just transitioned. Is Barkley done being an RB1? Luckily, I have Josh Jacobs, but damn, does he look terrible. No, he's not done being an RB1. He does look pretty bad. The offensive line looks bad. The offense looks pretty bad. It'll be better. Yeah. We all scoffed at the, because all the analysts were like, I feel like it was kind of clickbait where they were just like, he's not even an RB1. And it actually has turned out to be true. And it was just the workload. And the thing was, we were all saying it's because he was going to get hurt, right? And he hasn't actually got hurt. He's got dinged up a little bit, but it's because he just looks like bogged down. He looks, what would you say the percentage he looks of last year? 70% of the player, 60% of the player? It's not 80.
That's the thing, too. It's like, I don't see him getting the ball enough to even try to make that comparison. Because, like, how do you come off 2,000-yard season and then this happens? Like, you're telling me within an off season that your health deteriorated that much. So it's like the usage is clearly not there from last year. All right, that's one thing. Not getting as many rushing attempts per game like that. They're not scheming him up in the passing game. So it's like, if he was getting this much touches and his production wasn't there, then I could say he's physically not all there. But it's hard for me to say that, to draw that conclusion. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
It does. And like the other thing that is kind of weird is that, he was a rhythm running back last year because it was so predictable. They were like, it's almost essentially like playing poker with Chauncey Billups. It's like, this is what I have. Can you beat me? Yeah. The Eagles were like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing.
Exactly.
Push, and we're just going to run the ball on first and second down and get 9 yards and then push. And then occasionally, once every 10 plays, he's going to break a 60-yarder, which we have not seen. And they're not giving him the rhythm, and the offensive line.
And the offensive line is horrible. So that's what contributed to it too, right? So it's like, that's the perfect storm already for Barkley right there to be unproductive or not be where we think he should be at, right?
But you don't think, like, here's the thing. Saquon Barkley is an elite talent. He is also an elite, like, he has that mentality, right? Like, to be that great, he has that. You don't think he hears this shit? You don't think the Eagles hear this shit? Like, they do hear it. And Saquon, it's funny. Like, it's always, what have you done for me lately? I'm not one of those guys. Like, I'm not going to shit on a guy for having, it's a bad year. It's a bad year in general, but it seems really bad coming off what he just did. That's what makes it seem worse, right?
That's what makes it
worse. It's the Lad McConkey busting because he was a top 20 pick. Like, 100%. Regardless of fantasy, like, Saquon knows, like, dude, also, they're still 5-2. I don't care what's going on. They're still 5-2. They're still going to make the playoffs. They're still going to win that division. And he's going to catch his stride. And they're keeping him healthy.
That's what I mean. I believe so, too, as well.
Otten or Pitts and PPR? I think your answer is going to be Otten, right?
Yeah, I'm going Otten, yeah. I mean, if London doesn't play, do you want to you put Pitts over Otten?
That was what I was going to ask. See, now you're throwing it right back to me. Mark's the shit here. I love Mark. Now that's a question. Now, if London doesn't play, I'm going Pitts. I'm definitely going Pitts because he's the number one receiver there, man.
Exactly.
I know it's gross.
It's not like
it's gross to say Kyle Pitts because
they still have a Buka type shit, right?
Yeah. Should I trade Rachaad White for Hampton? I'm 7-0, so I can afford to wait. Oh yeah, dude, you're 7-0. Rachaad White's essentially a handcuff going forward. So, and Hampton was still in a walking boot. Hampton's probably
you could throw
12.
Hampton in the IR, and then you could still pick up another player. So that's like doing a 2-for-1 almost.
Can you grab me a beer, babe? Thank you. Love the Kate Otten call, Mark. Damn straight. Start RJ Harvey or Kyle Monungai in PPR.
It's Kyle.
Yeah, it's Kyle. What a world we're living in. What a world we're living in.
At least something. Harvey's not seeing anything. Like, Monungai actually has a role now.
Sean says National Tight Ends Day is as real as National Donuts Day. I bet tight ends continued the same old most unpredictable skill position outside the top 5. I've been killing it with tight ends this year. Like I said, the guys I drafted. So it is unpredictable, yes, but they deserve a day because they're probably There's a reason that tight ends take so long to break out, right? It's the hardest position in football to play. Outside of maybe like left tackle or middle line, or the Mike linebacker calling the plays.
Because you're involved in so much blocking too, so it's like it takes this offensive aspect out of it for them, right?
You're literally if you're a true tight end now, like the Brock Bowers and some of these guys are not true tight ends, but a true tight end, right? George Kittle, Tyler. That's why Tyler Warren's so impressive right now, because he's actually playing tight end. You have to be a wide receiver and you have to be an offensive lineman, right?
Exactly.
Like essentially half the time you're both of these roles. So it's like you can't clearly go. You're not in either of these rooms. You're in the tight end room, which is just a lot of stuff to soak in. And you go from blocking 240-pound slow dudes in college, now you're blocking 260-pound fast dudes in the pros.
Yeah, exactly.
You go from trying to beat a corner that's 200 pounds that runs a 4.7 to now a corner that's 210 that runs a 4.4. And exotic, it's just a lot of stuff to get in. You know what? Tyler Warren, hats off to Tyler Warren. As a Bears fan, we took Colson Loveland ahead of him. That's a goddamn sin. That's egregious. That's disgusting. I sound like Stephen A. Smith. I would be yelling at you about Stephen A. Smith.
Blasphemous.
This is blasphemy. It is blasphemy though, dude. It's terrible. It's terrible. Mouse says Kittle scores against Houston. Houston's secondary is too good for the wide receivers to eat, and CMC isn't going to go off as a Kittle game. Ooh, okay. I like that. I was debating putting him in my picks just because of the donut last week and then the things he said. I was more just going off when it's a donut, like George Kittle, they're going to get him involved because he was very important to that win last week, right?
Yeah, his what I say, he's at 4.5 catches. Let me see what his yards are.
Yeah, it was at 52. It opened at 52.5. I know that, and I think I saw 54.5 recently. Maybe I could add that in there. I don't like adding things late because it's not my process, but I did target him early on. Oh, sorry, Mouth, I missed your super, buddy. We were talking about Saquon Barkley. It's the O-line of the Eagles. They regressed plus Hurts. And you can also say plus Hurts because Jalen Hurts has not been great this year. He has not been great this year. He will admit it too, right? It's not been great. He's been, he the last game was perfect passer rating. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Kittle, he's definitely a good start, and I think I like his props too. I should add.
It's not on here right now. I think they closed it for now.
It's not up.
Yeah.
Tet Diggs, Chase Brown, Judkins. I have to sit one. Tet Diggs, Chase Brown, Judkins. Not Chase Brown, not Judkins. It's Tet or Diggs, so it's format, right? It's format. So I think Diggs is the bench, unless it's full PPR. If you want to go that way, I think it's just Tet, Chase Brown, Judkins. Sean says this guy keeps trying to trade Judkins, not realizing he will finish as a top 12 running back rest of the season. It appears like that, Sean. It really does. What is your take on Judkins? Do you think he's top 12? Would you rather have Judkins or Derrick Henry? Because Derrick Henry, we have a lot of issues. We have Lamar's questionable next week even. You have the fact that they could be out of the playoffs.
Okay, my only thing, because I'm a Judkins owner, okay, so I really hope all this hype is for real. Everybody's saying top 12, I really want to buy into it. It's just the offense is what kills me. You're getting elite volume, but easily we saw that Pittsburgh game, easily game scripted out. He just completely gone. And then he's got to be giving you 100 yards a game on 20 touches for him to be you know what I mean? Up there, and then no receiving work as well. The receiving work is zero. He's not even involved in the passing game whatsoever. If he was getting at least a floor of 3 catches a game at the minimum, and save 5 on the high side, he's a top 10. No questions asked. He
might be top 5 if you're talking about that, but you're getting 1 or 2 maybe.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I do. That's the thing for me.
Yeah, he's really similar to Derrick Henry, right? And the problem is the game scripted out, and the Browns are much more likely to get game scripted out than Derrick Henry. But if Lamar's not healthy and they shut Lamar down, then now they're in the same boat.
That's the thing too, right? Yeah,
Isaac says, by the way, his name's P, but his real name's Isaac. What's going on, Isaac? Hopefully you're still in here. Sorry, we are 15 minutes behind the comment section. Hotter take, we play better without Diggs getting burnt by 3 or 4 wide receivers trying to fleece a pick. Can you understand that question, Mark? Is he talking about as a Bills fan?
I'll take that. I'm not sure.
Clarify that one for me, Isaac, if you could. I also did just chug a beer. So, MK, Browns Pats game, slugfest or complete dominance by the Pats? You know what? I'm going to go the third option.
Maybe defensive.
Slugfest? Yeah, maybe that's what he means. Because he would have said shootout. So slugfest means, I think slugfest.
Yeah.
I think slugfest, right? Like a 17-10 game. Could you see 17-10, or is that crazy?
Because, like you said, Drake May, he could have some issues there.
But he's balling. That's the thing. It's like he is balling, but this is a tough matchup. Right? And Drake May, he's early career Josh Allen, who is turnover prone, and it's not so much the picks, it's the fumbles. And you got Myles Garrett.
That D-line
Myles Garrett, son.
They're legit.
Kate Otten, Tucker Kraft, and Hunter Henry all for anytime TD. National Tight Ends Day. Alex is diving into that. We got Ryan in here. What's going on, Ryan?
What's going on, Ryan?
I'm still on here, man. I did 4 hours last night. We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes. I actually still feel like I'm going pretty goddamn strong. Mark, if you're tired, you got to get off at any point. Just say the word. I'll probably finish up for a little bit. I don't think I can get to 3 hours tonight. We'll see how I go. High was done for trading Judkins, Sutton, and Pittman for James Cook and T. Higgins. I have Ndunze, Wandale, Garrett Wilson, and Olave. Was I dumb, he says, for trading Judkins, Sutton, and Pittman for James Cook and Higgins? Yeah, that's a lot. With the Judkins breakout, that's a lot. I do love James Cook, but let's just call it like, let's just say in this world, T. Higgins and Pittman are equal, which they're not, but they're close. You traded James Cook for Judkins and Sutton. That's too much.
That's too much, yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
Like if it was Gibbs.
Jose says this guy knows Terry Rozier, guys. I don't. And this is not accurate. Trent Dilfer is more of a Hall of Famer than Joe Flacco. Come on, brother. No. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, so did Joe Flacco. Trent Dilfer was legitimately the big. Like, when you look in the dictionary of game manager, it's literally a picture of Trent Dilfer. Like, that's the actual picture. I looked at it like an Urban Dictionary. That's what comes up. So Joe Flacco has some really good years. That's not accurate. I guarantee Trent Dilfer, I know different eras. I promise you Trent Dilfer never passed for 4,000 yards in a season. He probably only passed over 3,000 yards in a season a couple times. Like, what are we talking about here? Did you think Trent Dilfer ever threw over 25 touchdowns in a season?
I honestly don't even know who that is, to be honest with you.
Trent Dilfer is he won the Super Bowl with the Bucks, right? It was the Bucks or the Ravens. That really good defensive. It was the Ravens, 2000 Ravens, with what the hell's the coach? Brian Billick. Brian Billick was the coach. That was the first one of the best defenses of all time. 2000 Ravens. That was young Ray Lewis.
Oh yeah.
That's the point. And end of story. I like Trent Dilfer. He's a decent analyst, but actually, I think Trent Dilfer sucks as an analyst. He sucks. So maybe Jose is a burner account for Trent Dilfer. I'm better than Trent Dilfer as an analyst. How about that? Not as a quarterback, but Mal says yes. Flacco's a Hall of Famer. His record, division titles, playoff appearances, Super Bowl wins, etc. Yeah, and class act. Rob seems to be a closet Ravens fan. You know a lot of random knowledge on the Ravens. What is your team? I'm a Bears fan. I have a lot of random knowledge about a lot of random shit. And I was kind of high on the Ravens this year just because I saw their 25-1 Super Bowl odds. And I just assumed Lamar would be healthy out of the bye. So I cashed out most of those, unfortunately. I still have a sprinkle, right? I have like $60. I had a lot in there. And it just sucks because I have faith. Their defense is healthy. I still think they're winning this game. But I'm not so much worried about this. It's just is this going to be an issue for Lamar all season? This is just, I don't know. These hamstrings are tricky, man. MK, Roethlisberger, Manning, Rivers, give them all the same team. Who's the top dog? I'm guessing that's Eli Manning because it wouldn't be a question if it was Peyton Manning.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna take Big Ben, man, just because he has a combination of statistics and winning pedigree. Also, he's really, you got to watch out for him in bathroom stalls with those college girls. For show. Who is it for you? Rank them right now in terms of Team X, right? The random team, 1 year in their prime.
I'd go Ben Rivers,
500
Manning.
team.
Ben Rivers, Eli Manning. I don't want anybody to think we're choosing Peyton Manning as a third.
I feel like Eli Manning he won those Super Bowls with the most elite defensive lines of all time, and he went on a heater.
Mhm.
It was almost like the Joe Flacco thing. But
Mhm.
outside of the heaters and the defensive lines, it was like 28 touchdowns and 16 picks. Like those kind
Yeah,
of seasons, which that
like
doesn't
Manning's
win
had
anything for anyone.
more bad games than I think the other two have, if you want to put it in that perspective.
Yeah, and Big Ben had the whole career arc of like game manager, winning quarterback, and they ended his career. He was like putting up these like 5,000-yard passing seasons with the B
Mhm.
the Brown and fucking Le'Veon Bell,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
three Bs. What was it? Triple Bs, three Bs.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were
yeah, yeah.
awesome. Fucking dude, goddamn Le'Veon Bell, what a stud. Lazy dude, but a good stud. I love my favorite thing ever is a Le'Veon Bell jet ski photo. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
When he was holding out
No, no, no.
and they posed him in Miami. He was like, dude, he had to weigh like 260. Just fat as shit, shirtless with the life vest on. And like I'm 250, bro. Like I'm pretty big dude, 6 foot.
Mhm.
Le'Veon Bell had to be 260 because he's a 220 pound. I think 220 was his playing weight. And
Mhm.
that's what happens with NFL players. Like you see how easy it is for them to lose it, right? Because you see Zion. Zion's a stick figure out there. He's super skinny now. And like he lost
But I
that
think that's a
one-off
part of his
season because
contract too, eh? He's got to weigh a
of
certain amount of weight.
course.
I'm pretty
But
sure
like,
that
no,
I've seen
the
that
thing is,
somewhere.
I can lose weight. I'm not an elite athlete. I'm also 37 years old. Like these guys are like in their
Mhm.
20s when they're doing it. It's so easy to
Yeah.
drop 40 pounds. But like, yeah, Le'Veon. I know you guys in the chat know what I'm talking about. The Le'Veon jet ski picture. Fucking guys just got rolls for days, dude. If Wilson goes back to back, is he a Hall of Famer? Who are we talking about? If Russell Wilson?
Yeah, like if he ever did go back to back, because they lost that
Well,
one.
Russell Wilson's already probably a Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah,
Dude, we
they think
give these
he's.
Hall of Famers out. Like, I don't think he is personally.
You
Legion of
think?
Boom,
Yeah,
bro.
we think his last little while diminished his
I
Hall of
think the
Fame
last 3
chances.
years is hurting him for sure.
That's what
And
I
yes,
mean.
I guess it's a good call, Chili Town, because or Chili Town, whatever. Sorry. If he won that 2 in a row, 100% Hall of Famer. Bad pass, not actually that bad play call. I mean, bad play call.
A horrible play
But
call. Worst play call probably of all, top three worst play calls of all time, if
it's
not the
also
worst.
a mix between the worst play call, a little bit of a bad throw, and then the best defensive play of all time by Malcolm Butler. Right? Like,
Yeah,
come on.
but
How do you
still,
intercept that ball? That was a fastball, dude. Like, great play. It's still weird. Marshawn Lynch, bro. Give him the ball.
yeah,
Weird.
should have been a
Weird.
question.
Do you think he's a Hall of Famer right now? If he retires tomorrow, is he a Hall of Famer?
Fuck. Yeah, you'd have to say yeah, but I don't know. I
Dakota,
don't think so.
you don't think so?
I don't know. It's
Borderline.
yeah, it's so borderline for me. It's so borderline. I feel like
I'll
that's what I
say
mean. The
this.
last 2 years kind of tarnished it a little bit, but do they look at
People
it like
hate
that?
Russell Wilson, right? His teammates hate him. The media doesn't. He's kind of a dick, right? Like he's a weird dude, right? So I think it's almost a Barry Bonds thing. Like if there's a deciding factor, like the Marshawn Lynch thing, people love him. People don't
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Russell Wilson. So
That's
this
what
might
I
actually
mean.
work against him. Hey Dakota, he said Lamar putting our Super Bowl bet in jeopardy. I did cash out. Just to let you know, I cashed out a majority of my bets on that one. I'm scared. I'm spooked, man. Just because if they lose this week, they're toast. And without Lamar, am I betting on this game? They're a 2.5-point favorite right now. Like, they're going to win this game with Lamar. So my call, I'm sorry. Like, you might have to take a little $20 L in terms of the cash out because there's still a cash out option.
Mhm.
If they win, then it might still be fine, but I don't know. Missed my super. I didn't miss it. I missed it for a couple minutes. Sorry, mouth. I got you. I just farted. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's bad. Speaking of tight ends, I got Warren and the Chargers rookie tight end. Trade Gatson, man. We don't want to trade Warren. Trade Gatson. Just curious, why isn't Terry McLaurin and Mike Evans included in the Chase Jefferson best wide receiver discussion? Mike Evans, Hall of Famer in terms of like elite wide receiver talents that we've seen in the last 20 years. He's in the
Mhm.
Hall of Very Good. He's
Mhm.
he's never the top 3. He's always the top 6. Consistent, but kind of more. I would say he's a limited player, if that makes sense.
He's not flashy. That's what it is. Mike Evans is not a flashy wide receiver, but he puts the numbers up. Like he's solid, reliable, gets it done.
And Dak, I'm the biggest Terry McLaurin fan. I love Terry McLaurin, but like mentioning Terry McLaurin the same ilk of Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, that's like mentioning me in the same like ilk as Ron Jeremy for cock size. Like it's in the ballpark, maybe. He's 10 inches, I'm 6 inches. Like, it's not that far off. Like, there's 4-inch dudes. Dude, no. I'm not in adult films. Like, come on. Like, I have a penis. It works. And that's maybe a slight on Terry McLaurin, but Terry McLaurin's a very nice player. He's a Pro Bowl player. He is a top 20-ish wide receiver in the NFL, right? Top 20 talent?
McLaurin?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
20?
McLaurin's really talented.
Yeah. Top 16? I mean, he's not top 10. Like, Garrett Wilson or Terry McLaurin, talent. Who's better?
I'm saying Terry McLaurin.
No, come on. Get out of here. No. Garrett. Give me Garrett.
Yeah, you like Garrett? That's why you were
going
to take. Yeah.
But Garrett Wilson isn't mentioned in these conversations, right?
That's true. Because he's tied to poor quarterback play too, right?
But he's got the 1,000-yard seasons. I love Terry McLaurin, and like the problem is they don't utilize Terry McLaurin like they could. Now, if he was actually utilized like they started moving around Jamar Chase in the formations, they literally lined Terry McLaurin up at X against the best corner and say, "Hey, go win, buddy." And maybe we'd see different things. I'm just saying, like, maybe he's top 12, okay, but that's not Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Like, end of discussion. If London doesn't play, I have Davis and DK. Who should I start? That's Isaiah Davis. Jacob, we all know it's a heavy bye week, heavy injuries. We're all hit by it, brother. Hopefully you're still in here. Sorry, we are 14 minutes behind.
I don't see Isaiah Davis getting.
I am tempted by Isaiah Davis just because there's no receivers.
As a play this week? Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no receivers there. Like I think they might play a lot of two running back sets. You know what I mean?
He gets a lot of third down passing work type shit.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. I guess if it's full PPR, give me the wide receiver. But if you're looking at a standard PPR,
I would hate Davis.
I'll say this: Isaiah Davis. No, his numbers weren't great last week. He did play 49% of the snaps. And Breece Hall, even if he plays, right? Like obviously, if he doesn't play, it's Davis, but he is banged up, and they are trying to save him. So I feel like Davis could have 8 to 12 touches, which. What does that mean in this offense? Maybe 40 yards and like how many touchdowns are they going to score? I get that, but not this week, man, because they have Tanner Hudson's back. Noah Fant. His thoughts on Noah Fant. Tanner Hudson's back. I did have Noah Fant starting in 2 weeks this week because Trey McBride buys, and I obviously hate Gatson apparently, so I didn't pick up Gatson. And I once Hudson was elevated to the active. I don't know who I picked up, but it wasn't anyone great. But I dropped him, and this is a deep league with buys and everything. So obviously, I'm not very high on Noah Fant. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, me neither too. It's going to be a rough week for him. So I don't know. I think he could probably do better
because he had 4 for 44 on a touchdown last week, and that was on 4 targets though. So Mouse says Judkins will improve when Shador starts week 10. You will see more effective play action game. Yeah, Mouse very high on Shador. Are you high on Shador, Mark? Or
we discussed this the last time I was on. Like they're gonna have to see Shador play something. Like they can't just go into next season without him having any NFL action or any type of tape. You know what I mean? So it's like. Unless they just hate his fucking guts and they just say, okay, you're going to sit out the rest of next season too and just watch from the bench. But, like, it is the Browns, right?
It is the Browns. Isaac Diggs, cornerback Cowboys. He's an IR with self-related concussion. His play when he's healthy has been really bad. Terrible. He's a like Allen Iverson when he played defense, right? He was like known as like a good defender. Allen Iverson just played passing lanes. That's all he did. He couldn't guard anyone. And not to shit on Allen Iverson, one of the best pound for pound, best offensive scorers in the NBA. Weird comparison, but like Allen Iverson, his whole defensive, like, any kind of mystique on Allen Iverson was literally he played passing lanes and he had 2.4 steals a game. He also would get cooked by anyone because he was 5'10". Diggs literally just goes for pick sixes and he gets burned. And he's not a good tackler. He's huge. He's like 6'2" and like fucking 210. The dude is a wimp out there. Like he does not want to. He plays like Deion Sanders. It's gross. So, what are your thoughts on Diggs, Trayvon Diggs? Is it a big loss for the Cowboys this week against the Broncos?
Yeah, most definitely because like Denver's D is going to be playing it tight too, right? So like if Dallas wants to have any chance of winning this game, they're literally going to have to outscore Denver heavily because like look at the Cowboys defense, like everybody's eating against them, right?
Yeah. Son, good call here. Pre-draft, Judkins and Henderson were both must-have rookies. What I think many missed is Ohio State. Travion had the sexy third down role, and Judkins had the first and second between the tackles, dirty work. Yeah, I would almost compare that to, like, remember when Tony Pollard had that really efficient year with Zeke there, and Zeke was scoring touchdowns, but Tony Pollard was averaging, 4.9 per carry, and Zeke was averaging 3.8. And, you get the light boxes and the substitute packages.
Yeah.
And you get the fresh running back. And the thing is, Henderson's film was good. It was good. I liked it more than Judkins' film, but I'm not always right in these things. And I think we might have whiffed from this because Judkins looks like a real RB1. Like again, the passing game stuff's been rough, but I think he's better than what he's shown in terms of opportunity.
Like he put him in a better offense. He's a monster. Like he would be a monster.
No, wait, that was Brad Johnson was the he was the Trent Dilfer of the Bucks. That was the game manager there. Trent Dilfer is probably better than Brad Johnson. Jacob traded Jama, Pollard, and Higgins for Puka. That's a win, bro. You got almost waiver wire guys. No, you didn't give up too much. You got Puka. So Jamo and Higgins and Pollard. You got an RB3, a wide receiver 3, and barely a wide receiver 3 for wide receiver 1 overall. Is that how you see it?
Mm-hmm.
We got Mouse saying Eli, Rivers, and Ben. Give me Eli. Oh, he has Ben last. Bink, Lamar out. Fuck me to tears. I had to drop Aaron Jones for Flacco. Damn. Well, that sucks, man. That's not a good drop.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. The Killer Bees, the best trio to never win a Super Bowl. Prime Russ Wilson is one of the best quarterbacks ever. I don't know what happened to that guy. He was good. Like, he was elusive. The deep ball has always been elite for Russ. The teardrop deep ball was like, he's top 3 of all time in that.
Yeah.
But, it was a good situation with that defense. And maybe I'm being too hard on the guy. If Russ would have retired after the last season in Pittsburgh, yes. Getting benched in week 3 for New York for Dart, no. I also don't want to punish guys. Like, it's like, all I'm saying is, like, no one punishes MJ for the Wizards years in terms of the best of all time conversation, because it was bad. It was not good. He was selfish. He was shooting 38% or 40% from the floor. It was toxic.
His grades was like it was like at the above elite tier. It's not.
No, I get that. I'm saying, like, people literally just act like the Wizards years don't happen with Jordan.
That's true.
And
that's true.
Why are we going to punish Russ too much for this?
Okay, fair enough.
I guess here's the problem is that he ruined franchises because how much the Broncos bounced back nicely, but the Broncos gave up so much for the guy. What a bad trade.
That was
what a bad trade. Oh, my God.
That would kill
who do you think gets in the Hall of Fame first, Adams or Evans? It's Devontae Adams.
Yeah, Adams,
I think Devontae Adams. They're both first ballots, though. I mean, Evans' consistency is unreal, and then Devontae Adams' peak. Now, granted, it's tied to Aaron Rodgers, but yeah, those guys are both just badass players. Who's the most underrated wide receiver? In my opinion, is Josh Downs. He's a stud if he goes somewhere else next year. Yeah, Josh Downs is the advanced metric bro guy, right? Because he also just plays a slot, but I do love Josh Downs. Do you have I'm trying to think of a name here, the most underrated wide receiver.
Underrated wide receiver?
Oh, damn.
Nobody pops to the top of my head that I could think of right now. We're
gonna come back to that one. Dakota, I gotta take a 45% hit to cash out. I'm gonna ride or die. Damn, yeah. So I had on my $100 bet when it was 20, I got a 22-1 for the 100. I only had to take a $12 hit. So I feel like that was worth it on the Ravens cash out, $12. But he's saying 45%. That would have been taking a $45 hit. Like, you don't want to do that. If it was a $100 bet, for instance. The process was right, man. We didn't see this Lamar thing coming, but I mean, if they win this week, it's still fine. That's why I still kept some of my stock there in the Ravens. I just didn't want $250 in the Ravens to win the Super Bowl with this Lamar thing. Garrett Wilson is top 5 wideout in the league. He has elite season with Zach fucking Wilson. He is God. Yeah, Garrett Wilson might be one of those guys. I'd like to see him with a real offense, and they give him Justin Fields. Jesus Christ. Hetzer, I'll start Isaiah Davis if Tyler Algier isn't playing. That I have this same debate, so let's talk this one out. I have the same debate in both my ESPN leagues, full PPR. It's Isaiah Davis and Tyler Algier, man. And I put Isaiah Davis in yesterday
Full
over
PPR.
leagues. Yeah, I know Algier is way more likely to score a touchdown. What are you doing in that situation? Like I'm favored in one of the leagues by 7 points, and I'm an underdog in the other one by 3. So it's close matchups.
Full PPR, yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to. In standard, would you go Algier over Davis?
Oh, in half I would do Algier, but in full PPR, we're talking.
In full, yeah.
But he's not been catching that many passes. But Algier is probably not catching more than 2 balls. 2 balls max. I feel like Isaiah Davis
Wilson helps too, right? Heavily depleted wide receiver core. So then, yeah, I see it.
Bink, I'm Ron Burgundy. I do read whatever's on here when I've been drinking, and I kind of just like scrolling through. So don't take advantage of me. They should start Sanders. They have nothing to lose. Yeah, they will start Sanders for the last 6 games for sure. Muggsy Bogues is 5'3", damn straight. He used to be playing behind shitty O-line. Let's see, Woody or McMillan at the flex. This is McMillan, right?
Okay, yeah.
Cousins going off at 300 tomorrow in Atlanta. Robert says, you prefer Debo or Terry Judkins this week in the flex spot? Judkins is for sure the answer. Judkins. I would rank it Judkins, Terry, Debo.
I like that.
Traded Stevenson for Rico. Bad or good? Who do you want rest of the season in, let's call it full PPR, Stevenson or Rico?
Unfortunately.
This is a tough one.
Fuck it. Like,
Stevenson, right? It's unfortunate. Like you said, unfortunately, Stevenson.
Yeah, because fuck, man, like Rico's already splitting whatever, but it's like whatever something happens to Ramondre, you gotta fucking, you got it there. So
yeah, I love the upside of Rico, but he's in a 50-50 split. I know it's early with Judkins, but on the bye next week. But do I play Sharp or Benson? Benson has a really tough matchup. I don't know exactly what it is. It might be the Seahawks. It's a tough matchup. Whatever Benson, if he's coming, I'm playing Charbonnet over Benson. The first week Benson's back, just based on workload and matchup. I can look.
When do you think Benson's coming back?
Know. Benson's probably coming back because they have week 8, so Benson's coming back week 10. He's not coming back week 9. So if you're talking week 9, it's Charbonnet because Benson's not back. Yeah, the first I assumed that Benson's coming back week 10, and I looked because I had Benson in like 11 spots. And Benson, I'm not starting him week 1 coming back. Yeah, I'm not starting week 1. Yeah, it's Charbonnet, baby. Justin Fields unders is the way to go this Sunday. Not on rushing yards, Paranormal, because it's a low number, brother. And Justin Fields is not getting benched. There is no world. I would bet my house. There's no world. Now, I rent my house, so it's easy for me to put up a house I'm renting. I would be homeless, though. But I wouldn't give any equity away, I suppose. Justin Fields is having 50 yards rushing. Like, give me the odds. So the bet that I have, 35.5, Mark. What do you say the odds right now? Would you ever bet that under 35.5?
Me personally, honestly, I wouldn't put any money anywhere near to the Jets. But he's got it's just him now. Like that's what if he could resort to just using his legs and be confident in doing that, then yeah, that's like easy. And that's like a ladder all the way to the top too, right? So
yes, that's the key.
He's got to.
Like, okay, would you say 50 yards is 50-50 for him? If you put it at 50 yards, 50-50. If you had to bet it one side, if you had to bet it, let's say gun to your head, 50 yards, it's 49.5.
Against the Bengals.
Are you going over or under? Yeah, over under that. He's thinking.
Fuck.
That tells me all I need to know about the 40-yard number, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo says, would you start Pierce or Waddle? This is easy Waddle, right, Mark?
Waddle. Yeah, Waddle.
Bad or good trade? Derrick Henry, James Cook, Aaron Jones, Drake May, Wando. Oh, Jesus. This is a fucking goddamn novel.
Half the team away.
Henry, James Cook, Aaron Jones, Drake May, Wandell Robinson, DJ Moore for CMC, Devontae Smith. I mean, if it's a 10-team league, I might accept it, but no, you're not doing that trade. Henry and Cook, Aaron Jones, Drake May, DJ Moore. No, don't. That's too. It's your
No,
whole roster, dude. No, I don't have to look into that one too much. BTJ and Mac need to reunite somehow. Yeah, man, they need to. BTJ's also been bad. What's going on, DB? Late exit. We're on 2.5 hours here. I went 4 hours last night. I don't have much left.
DB.
I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't have much left. I'm going to get to these questions, though. Bears money line, Huntley interception, Swift TD. All knowing. That actually does all correlate pretty well. Traded Woody for Diggs. Need a wide receiver, and I have Bijan. So I like Diggs over Woody. I do like Diggs over Woody.
Yeah, that's a good trade.
I brought it up already on the Discord, but I'm so hyped about getting JSN, selling Nico Hampton and Fergie Ferg. That's a lot, but I mean, you're getting JSN.
Okay, so
getting, like,
I was talking to DB about this trade. So in his league, he doesn't have a designated tight end spot. It's like his flex spot is like a wide receiver tight end spot.
So what is Ferguson?
And he could play four. He could play four. I think 5 wide receivers because the running backs, the 2 running back slots, is 1 running back and then running back wide receiver.
Wacky home leagues. I do like it in that situation because Ferguson is literally like, yeah, he's a top 7, top 6, top 5 tight end. He's a top 30 receiver. You know, if you want to count him as a receiver, top 25 receiver. Waddle over Pierce, and getting Rico for Stevenson is a good trade. November 9th is the earliest Benson can return. Is that right, Mouth? So yeah, because they have a bye this week. So it's week 10. Week 10 is the earliest.
So that'd be week 10, right?
Yeah. Mouth is south for ya buddy. McBride on bye. Do I start fanning tomorrow with a questionable Njoku? It's Kincaid. Oh, Dalton Schultz though. Would you play Dalton Schultz or Kincaid, man? In full PPR, it's Schultz, right?
Schultz, yeah. Fuck, eh? Honestly, I like Kincaid, to be honest. I like Kincaid.
Yeah, Kincaid's the upside play. I think Schultz is super safe for like 7 to 12 in PPR. Where there's a world I could see Kincaid getting like 3 for 30 if he doesn't score a touchdown, but Kincaid could also catch 2 touchdowns. Where like Schultz is not catching a touchdown.
I think I'd probably lean Schultz. I think it's a James Cook game tomorrow for the Bills, to be honest with you.
Yeah, second Super Bowl run. Eli had the 28th ranked defense and dead last run game. He threw for 5K and 8 game-winning drives. He had 2 awesome years. He had 2 like all-time years, and other than that, it was kind of just, you know. And thank you guys, new sub, y'all. Ends look sleepy though. Catch it in tomorrow's live stream. Yeah, I did 4 hours last night, brother. I got a new dog today, so I am running on fumes. But you know what? I'm gonna keep on giving you guys. The point is, I don't leave these streams until I answer everyone's goddamn questions. Like, I know a lot of these shows only do super chats. Like, I will. Now, there's going to be a point where it gets too big where I literally cannot do that. And I hope that's the case. Unfortunately for you guys, it would be tougher. And you know, I don't leave these streams until every goddamn question's answered, Mark. And I'm not going through them giving you yes or no, true or false. Like, I'm going to give you my actual analysis, and I want also that from my guests to give you the reason, because it's not just our opinion. It's not my opinion. It's not your opinion. It's our opinion as a community. And then you take what I say, take what Mark says, what Story says, what Ben says, what Ray says, and you make your own opinion, right? And that's why I don't like people yelling at me for making bad calls, because, yeah, I'm going to get shit wrong. It's fucking fantasy football.
And like that's how I view it as too for fantasy. Like any fantasy sports, it's like the more information and knowledge you have and more insight you have, it's like it works in your favor, because you could actually make accurate decisions, or like, you know, like, of course at the end of the day too, it's gambling too. We're picking up players that have good or great games or whatever, but the more you know is better. And like on this channel, you're getting in-depth answers, you're getting outside the score box answers. Like this is the place to be.
And like every question, generally like a question and start set right, it's 50-50. Just like every prop bet, because why they put them at 0.5, it's 50-50. So yes, if I just give you a yes or no answer, like I'm going to be right sometimes, I'm going to be wrong sometimes. And like even a clown, right? If you give it, you know, it's the heads tails thing with a coin. You're going to be right. Technically, if you do it 100 times, it's 50-50, right? But I don't want to be 50-50. I want to be 60-40, which I feel like is a good ratio. Same with bets. But it's about the reasoning. It's about the process. And we're not going to get all these right. No one's going to get it right. The difference is most of these dudes hide behind their wins and they run from their losses. and they don't bring them up. They don't answer. They don't even like entertain. If someone attacks them, oh fuck you, you're being. I will actually like own up to it, and I'll be like, I'm sorry I said that. Like, it was wrong, and I will admit, like Gatson, I was a little too low on for sure, but like, let's talk to me in 3 weeks because don't take a victory
Exactly.
now. Because I was, the Quentin Johnson thing. I'm just gonna go back to it. Like, people were attacking me, Mark, and like saying that I'm a fucking idiot.
I remember.
I don't know what I'm talking about. And and the thing is, now I'm the one that's a Quentin Johnson guy. Like now I'm like, I think you should trade for Quentin Johnson because you could get him for wide receiver 4 value. I'm in. I just wasn't in at wide receiver 4, like actual wide receiver 4 overall. Now we're talking wide receiver 4.
It froze on my end. We got some technical difficulties here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I could keep up with some questions for you guys. Where were we at here? DPC, I really want to accept it because then my lineup is Mahomes, Bijan, Jameson, Williams, CMC. I still think that's too much there. What you're giving it up. All of that for CMC and Devontae. I'm holding on to Purdy because you don't know for sure if he'll be good or bad when he comes back. He'll probably be fine, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, he should have Purdy and Arvin. I have me and DJ. Do I drop Purdy? I mean, if you have Purdy on IR, you could keep him on there and and DJ on your IR. Not sure who's DJ on your IR there. Oh, Daniel Jones. I mean, if you need an IR spot, yeah, Michael, you could keep him on there. But if you need to put somebody else more valuable, then yeah, you could drop. Because I like Drake May and DJ at this point here.
Hey, I'm back. I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, look at you holding it down. Mark's a fucking professional. The first time before he came on, he's like, man, I don't know what I can offer. Like, I don't know if fantasy that well. This guy's a G, bro. He's a G. I'm glad I got to come back because we don't have much time left. I love it for the Mark show. What's funny is one of the first shows that Ben was on, I think it was the second show. I didn't have my my charger's like short, so my computer died. Ben just it died.
I remember. Yeah.
He just logged off. I was like, bro, like,
Oh,
come
that
on.
one.
Like,
Oh.
you know, you got to at least send him off with something, man.
Yeah.
I love this. Rip. Yeah, my bad. Let's see. Professional Fanatics is the official fantasy consultants for
I
the
tried to hold
Downtown
it down,
Sports.
guys.
Hey, man, you did great, dude. All right. What are y'all thoughts on Fields this week? It's hard to start him, but you know, like Fields or Flacco, I want Flacco. But like Fields or Dalton, I want Fields over Dalton, right?
Yeah, and remember, it's still the Cincinnati Bengals defense too, right? So that does work in a quarterback's favor, no matter who it is.
DP, double penetration. What's going on, man? That's fun sex act. You gotta have a big dong to pull it off, though. Unfortunately, I can't do it. Anyways, should I grab Mixon and place him on IR? No. Get rid of Mixon.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't ever like you don't have him. Don't pick him up. He gone. He's not playing this year, right? You agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally agree. And even if he does, I don't think it's anything like he's gonna do shit.
Oh, we got Cry Dog. Man, we're at 2:45. Cry Dog, I did 4 hours last night, brother. So this is this long one. I got a new dog today. So this is about it for me. But all you gentlemen in here, 10 a.m. tomorrow, start sits. And then we'll do the recap show at 10:45 p.m. Been a great week. Answer a couple more questions here. Got 5 minutes before we get done. I got to shout out Mark, super fan Mark. Watch almost every stream. You're the fucking man, dude. You were awesome. Second time on the show. Great analysis. You're just a nice fucking guy. I appreciate all your support. Mark is in the Patreon. Mark watches every show. He gives me super chats. Mark is just like epic, dude. You're starting work on Tuesday, Mark. So you've had a nice little vacation. Are you excited? I know it's like it is nice to get back, but like it also kind of sucks, right?
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but I'm excited to get back, man. I'm getting cooped up in the house and shit. I just want to like get back out there.
Yeah,
just,
you're
like,
gonna miss some of these
getting
streams,
into a
though,
routine.
unfortunately.
I know. I should be on for some of the late ones and definitely the weekend ones and my days off for sure. But I'll definitely be active in the Discord for sure, helping the guys out.
Always are, man.
Yeah.
Again, if you guys are not in the Discord, what are you doing? Let's see. I think we answered all the questions. Jaden Higgins over Pacheco or Slayton. I think I'm going Pacheco with just the issues right now with Kareem Hunt. Like full PPR, I could see not Slayton. Slayton's coming off an injury, not Slayton. It's Higgins or Pacheco. It depends. If you need a boom, maybe Jaden Higgins because he could go off for 20. He could also get you 4. Pacheco should get you 12.
I agree with that.
So Alex says, do you recommend TD round robins? I don't even bet touchdown scores, Alex. Like rarely. I'll do if I get like a specific touchdown bonus, I'll do it. I do yards, baby. I do alternate yards. That's what I do in round robins. That's my recommendation. Anyways, last couple of thoughts here. Again, I want to thank Mark again for just being the number one super fan of the show and just how active you are in the chat. Like you're such a great dude in the Discord. I need 50 more like you, and we're starting to get there. We have 50 people in the Discord now, and it's growing. And that's what's up. If you're not in there, I didn't do the description for this video because I'm an idiot, but you could find the Patreon on my actual YouTube channel. You click on the channel in the description. It's in there. If you want to get in the Discord, it's real cheap. Get in this community, man. You get access to my bets. I'm going to go through my bets real quick for the last of you guys in here, but we have 11 people in there. A lot of good perks in this baby. A lot of good perks. Why the hell not? And also you're supporting me, keeping the show going 7 goddamn nights a week, not 24 hours a day. What am I talking about? 7 nights a week, 365 days a year.
Seems like it at this point.
I hope. Almost, man. I've done like 8 hours of lives the last 2 nights. Here's the bets, gentlemen.
Awesome,
Here's the bets. Some of these lines have changed, but Justin Fields smashed it, even at 40. James Cook's up to 72. Again, that's why you got to get the Discord to get these lines as I bet them. London, Caleb, Cam Ward. I love the Cam Ward one. I know it's wacky. I love a bet that I can win in the first 5 minutes of the game time. I could win this in the first 5 minutes of the game, not even game time. They get the ball first. God, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah. I think it could happen too. I don't know why I see that happening. First drive for Tennessee.
I think so. I know. Yeah. I'll be pantsless, man. Run around my neighborhood. I'll probably go to jail. Have to watch the rest of the game in jail. But hey, I'll be like, dude, I'm going to tell the cop, be like, dude, Cam Ward, all right, 4.5 yards. He had 20 in the first drive, motherfucker. He's going to be like, shut the fuck up. All right, everyone, thank you so much. Mark, we almost got 3 hours in the
Thank you, Rob.
Mark, you're the man. the chat, the community, everyone. This was awesome. Mark, I'll be talking to you soon on the Discord.
Yeah,
everyone in
sure.
here, if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? 7 shows a week.
What are you waiting for,
Get
guys?
your ass in the
Get on
Patreon. Get the
Get on
Discord. This is the start of something special. Okay, this is only a month and a half into these live streams, 2 months in. Something special. The community, the guys. Look at Mark over here. Me and Mark are best boys right now. He's a Canadian. God damn it! I do love Canadians though. Again, stay positive. Love your life. Respect each other. Tomorrow's a big football day. 10 a.m. Central. I'm on here to start sit. 10:45 p.m. after Sunday Night Football. We're in for the recap show. I believe Mike Story might join me. He's still in Orlando. We'll see. I'll find someone. I'll do it solo. Love you guys. Mark, thank you so much. And we'll be talking to you soon, man. Hell yeah.
Peace,
love you guys. Hey, thanks for holding it down when I was gone for that 5 minutes, man.
I got you, man. I got you.
Ben couldn't do it. Ben didn't do it. So you got a leg up on him, man. All right. Peace, boys.